Evening, everyone. How we doing? Hope we had ourselves a lovely week. I had a fantastic week. It has been a heck of a time. Well, actually, over a week. So I actually kind of missed you guys. Last night it was right at the week because I had to do a stream a little bit earlier last week on Wednesday. So I said, well, dang, felt like I was I was out there doing DoorDash. Spending my time doing that fun stuff. I was like, man, I'd rather be doing this right now. But back to our regular schedule. Doing this on Thursdays at 9:30, and eventually, um, maybe this week, maybe next week, I'm going to start doing a Sunday stream as well. Not really sure what time I'm going to do that though. It's probably going to be the same time, 9 or 9:30 most likely. That's probably going to be when the stream is. Let me check real quick before we get rolling. Oh my goodness. The live chat is popping over on the Rumble app. Thank you guys. And I do see that we got a raid from Common Censored. Lord Sterling over there raided the stream before they hopped off a little bit earlier tonight. That was a great show from Lord. I lost my earbud thingy. That was a great show tonight, though, over there, Sterling. And thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. If you are new here, first of all, welcome to the Dozer Den. We have a lot of little Komatsus in chat, little killdozers, trekking along. It's a good time. I think interchangeably. I think that's how I'm going to refer to the people in chat, the people that like to watch this show and hang out. My little Komatsus or the Komatsus, hanging out in the Dozer Den. I like that. If you guys like that, let me know. But anyways, again, welcome to the Dozer Den. If you didn't know, I have a locals, thedozerden.locals.com. I post there periodically, mostly posting links to when this show is going to be happening, but also, what's up, JJR and Harry Toe? Thank you guys for joining. I see we had Mama Mac hanging out in the chat. Oh my goodness. I see said she had just had a 3-hour live and not feeling great. We'll get some rest. Hope you get to feeling better, Mama Mac. Thanks, Donna, for popping in just for a comment there. I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know why the live chat doesn't start populating even when it's waiting in Rumble Studio. So I can see it on the app, but I can't see it in Rumble Studio. But oh well. Thank you guys for participating and hanging out. And even if you don't, if you're one of my lurkers, I love my lurkers as well. So thank you so much for watching the show. I usually stream Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Central. And I tend to go for about 3 hours. Last stream was the birthday stream. We were having ourselves a good time. So I ended up going almost 4 hours. And that was a good time. It was a really good time. Thanks to everybody who made that such a good night. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. And hopefully you guys did too. Pretty much the goal of this channel is to inform and entertain, or infotain, as some might say. I'm going to go through some news stories. Usually I do about 3 to 4 a night. We've got 5 lined up today. I'm going to start doing something because it seems like every stream I end up talking about Thomas Massie. So I think what I might start doing, as long as Massie keeps putting out fire content where he's going after people, I think at the end of my streams, or at least at one part of the streams, I'm going to be doing what I call the Massie Minute, and just play a little bit of him just destroying somebody. It's in a very polite way, but a very calculated way. I mean, he's an engineer, so it kind of makes sense. At least I'm pretty sure he did engineering. He's a farmer too, but does a lot of homesteading and stuff like that. He's a Republican, but he's very libertarian. Very libertarian. Really like Thomas Massie. I've gone as far as to say Massie 2028. That dude is solid. Honestly, he's probably saying some stuff that's got him got some eyes on him that he probably doesn't want. But you know what? He's got the support of the people. So yeah, I think I'm going to start to, as long as I keep getting content from Massie, I'm going to call it the Massie Minute. Play just a couple little clips of him just tearing someone apart on Capitol Hill. He actually wants to do something about it though. Like he'll tear someone apart, and then he wants follow up. Now, whether or not he can get people on his side, that's yet to be seen. But I think if he does it enough, and they see, the rest of the politicians see how the people respond to it, I think if he does it enough, he might actually start winning some of them over to his side. Maybe, maybe it'd be cool to see. It would be. Oh, but anyways, we are gonna have some topics tonight. We are. Real quick though. The concert was amazing. If you guys were here last time, we played the last song that we played was the Falling in Reverse song. Oh my goodness. 14,000 people up at the Hollywood Amphitheater in St. Louis. It was electric. I haven't been to a concert in a couple years. The last one I went to was Starset and The Word Alive, also up in St. Louis. And you like that, Harry Toe? All right. All right. I think it works. I'm a big fan of alliteration. So anytime I get a chance to incorporate alliteration into my statements or my titles or a written word, I try to do so. Don't get too crazy with it, but I'll throw it out there every now and then. But yeah, good deal. Thanks, Harito. I appreciate the feedback. But the concert was awesome. They had Jairus Johnson, which I actually have heard his stuff before, but didn't realize that I had. And he came. This dude, his album is called Dragonborn, so he probably plays D&D, or is at least in some sense a bit of a nerd. And he came out with a shield and sword, and at certain points was air guitaring on the sword. I'm just like, this guy is my people. I dig it. Had a furry like vest. Really, really interesting theme to his original stuff. But of course, he does some covers. He did "Kissed by a Rose" by Seal. He covered that, and I really enjoyed that. Then Tech Nine, a living freaking legend, Tech Nine, because Ronnie Rat, Falling in Reverse, excuse me, and Tech Nine did a collab on their last song, Ronald, which I haven't played that song. I didn't play it last time, but and of course, YouTube videos that the YouTube streams got struck last time, so that is what it is. Oh, let's see, Mama Mac here is simply called the doctor's office. Just Google America's Frontline Doctor. Okay, well, shoot. I hope you guys get to feeling better if you guys are feeling bad. I know I saw Mama Mac in the chat earlier. Wasn't feeling too good. Hope you get to feeling better. Yep, that front link. That's a great. I see it now in the old chat, but yeah, that Dr. Zelenko's got some good protocols for COVID recovery and just general wellness in general. But yeah, Harry Toe, you can nerd out with the best of them. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, it was awesome. He's got one song, "Welcome to Valhalla," just a good freaking beat. And like I said, Tech Nine was next. Tech Nine. So okay, I guess the first thing that we're doing today, before we get into the news topics, I'm gonna gush about my concert experience. So hang on for this ride as I discuss this. Shouldn't be too terribly long. So if you aren't interested in concert breakdown stuff, maybe another 3 or 4 minutes tops. And I will find a video to play. I might leave it to the end because I'm gonna have to scroll through. And okay, so let me rewind back to what I'm talking about. What's up, Yanni Fangs? Oh shit, Yanni Fangs says, "Howdy peeps, greetings from Florida. Our power only flickered so far, but prayers for my Panhandle Patriots. Absolutely, prayers for the Panhandle Patriots. Send them on over to Yanni Fangs and all the people down there on the coast. Is it Helene or Helen? I think it's Helene, Helene. Looks to be, I think, a Category 4. Supposed to be a Category 2 by the time it hits Georgia, I believe. Not looking like a very fun hurricane. So be safe. Please be safe if you decided to stay, because I guess they did some mandatory evacuation shit. Hopefully nobody came around with guns telling you to leave like they did down with Katrina. I don't think Florida would get away. I don't think the Floridians would take kindly to that. I don't think many people would nowadays. But absolutely, prayers up to the people down experiencing a hurricane. If you know, Yanni things, if you can, I mean, it's kind of dark right now, but if you can get somebody with a spotlight, if the rain's not too bad, if you go ahead and go outside with an American flag and no shirt, and just go ahead and film a small clip of you shouting MAGA or America, baby, that would that'd be okay. That'd be okay. It's just an idea. Just an idea. I'm not saying sacrifice your safety or anything for a clip that would go internet famous, but you do you, man. You do you. Just saying. It's a suggestion. It's a suggestion. Would I do it? Yes. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Just thought. Just thought. But anyways, back to Tech Nine. Tech Nine. I did not realize how much I appreciated Tech Nine until I saw him live. But they've had so many collabs. Like I knew about the collab with System of a Down, but I didn't know. I think they had one with Slipknot. They had one with oh, who else was it? They had played another one where they had a collab. And Tech Nine is he's like I said, he's a living legend. So it was awesome to get to see him. He's 52 years old. You never know with musicians and famous folks that have been on the scene for years. You never know when they're going to stop touring or not be able to tour anymore. So, um, yeah, it was pretty awesome to see Tech Nine getting after it. Man, the crowd was already bumping with Tech Nine, and then it went on to Dance Gavin Dance, which not like I'm not going to necessarily seek them out, but I sure as hell enjoy I do enjoy their music, and I enjoyed the heck out of their performance. Kind of more that whiny growl scream, but still pretty solid. And the other singer's got a really good growl and a good clean vocals to go along with it. And then of course then it was Black Veil Brides. Holy crap, Black Veil Brides live, they get like metalcore, they get growly and screams, and I was like, holy shit, the live versions of their songs were better than their radio release versions, and I was ecstatic about it. They also it was like one of the guitarists' birthdays, and they did a cover of Rebel Yell, because they asked me like, "Hey, it's your birthday. What's your like?" They asked him before the show, like, what's your favorite song to play, or what's like one of your favorite songs? And they said Rebel Yell, and so I've got a recording of Rebel Yell on my phone from Black Veil Brides. Like, I'm fairly sure they of course rehearsed this, but it was still pretty cool to see. And so Black Veil Brides had everyone stirred up and ready to go. And then when Falling in Reverse came out, oh my gosh, 14,000 people. 14,000 people, y'all. And it's so cool about a concert atmosphere. If you haven't ever been to a concert and you enjoy that type of thing, give it a shot. It is, it's like music therapy for me, honestly. That and my neck was sore, and my shoulders and my traps were puffed up for a couple days after that, because I was dancing and headbanging and thrashing about. It was a wonderful time. Didn't go down in the pit because I was up in the seats, and they kind of had people there guarding the pit. So I thought about going up into the grass for a minute, but nah, it was all right. What I didn't understand is every now and then I was looking around, and a lot of people were just standing. And I'm like, yeah, you're jamming, but I'm like, man, that's just not how I work. When I'm in that atmosphere, I'm feeling it and I'm jamming. And man, I was having a good time. My step counter, if I'd have had my watch on, it probably would have been over 9,000. No, it was probably like 12 or 13,000. Honestly, great time, great time. Falling in Reverse I'm going to play a clip later. At one point during the set, a large bug happened upon stage, and Ronnie Radke, in between songs, he was like, "Ooh, it's a huge bug. It's disgusting. Freaking hate bugs." And then one of the like stagehands came out and like was getting it or giving him a towel or something. He's like, "Hey, get that bug out of here!" And someone in the audience like, "Fuck that bug!" And then everyone's like, "Yeah." And then Ronnie's like, "Yeah, fuck that bug." And then everyone's cheering, and then all of a sudden the drummer starts going. And then the audience starts chanting, "Fuck that bug, fuck that bug." And it was awesome to see. It was awesome to see. We were just having a good time. He's like, "Y'all are happy, aren't you?" So yeah, Ronnie Radke's a bit based, honestly. If you haven't looked at some of his stuff that he puts on X, yeah, he's based. He doesn't, and people get it twisted and think that he's like a bigot or a transphobe or homophobic or all that dumb stuff that they try to put on people, when in reality he just wants people to not be assholes. Just don't be an asshole to me, and I won't be an asshole to you. It's very, very simple. That's kind of how it should be. He mentioned the they thems at one point. That was funny. But he's got his internet beefs and everything. But the dude is a freaking star. He is a talented son of a gun. So later, if I bookmarked the fuck that bug clip because it was just great. But it was from an account that was kind of spicy. So hopefully when I open it up, she hasn't changed her profile picture. And I'm like, good Lord, hun, I want to comment on your thing here, but because I freaking was at the concert and it was great. But also, why are you putting this on X? Why? Why Internet Lady of the Night? Why put your personal stuff and your host stuff on the internet? I don't understand. Why combine them? Separate them, please. I didn't need to see it. I didn't. Felt so awkward. But also... All right. So there's my gushing over my concert experience. Didn't get home until like 2:30 at night. I had a good time with my buddy. He's currently in the National Guard. Hell of a guy. He's like a first sergeant now or something like that. And he's doing some really cool stuff, helping out with soldiers, helping them acknowledge when they need help. Because a lot of soldiers and a lot of the mentality in the Army is, oh, well, you didn't really get that affected by it, right? It wasn't really that bad. You don't really have PTSD. I mean, you didn't see active this or active, you didn't see really bad stuff. I mean, yeah, there were some limbs blown off, but do you really have PTSD? Apparently, that's still a thing. They're minimizing that crap. And far too often, we see soldiers come back and suffer, often silently, until it's not so silent. And then they're gone. And sometimes they take other people with them. So my buddy Andrew, kudos to you, dude, stepping out and helping out your fellow soldiers and helping just kind of make it more common to ask for help when you need help. So it was really cool to hear that and hear his story about all that. So good stuff. All right. Enough about that. Oh, really quick. Also, I told you guys that I was going to show you some of the birthday stuff that I got for my girls. So like I said, got some My Little Pony Band-Aids because my girls have a sense of humor, like myself, like father, like daughter. They got me that for my weekly shot so that I'm not a moody little jerk. This little two thumbs up phone holder. Pretty nice. And then they got me a little case for my earbuds. This is Dollar Tree. They went to the Dollar Tree and they just found some things they thought I would like. Got this little case here for my earbuds so I don't keep losing them, and I'm still probably going to lose them. And then I also got this right here. Little case, little pin holder. World's Best Dad. 9-year-old wrote that for me, and then a 6-year-old got me a pen. So yeah, see, it works in tandem. Told you all about it last time, but I forgot to go get it because we were having such a good time jamming to the Dozer Den DJ hour. We might start doing that like once a month. Have a stream that's just more laid back, just chill, just talking about stuff. Cover a few topics in, a little bit lighthearted kind of way. But shit, Cheddar Steve. Oh, I think it's supposed to be dysphoria. But the reviews it says, oh no. So Cheddar Steve says, yo, I ordered a great new gender dysmorphia book on Amazon. But in the review it says, customers also bought a stool, a rope. I emptied my cart. Brutal. That's brutal. So brutal, but so hilarious. What's up, Slyant? How you doing? Hanging out in the Dozer Den. My little Komatsu's all trekking in their tracks, slowly rolling, kicking up the mud as they go. And the blood of tyrants. It's actually, Killdozer didn't actually kill anybody. Well, he met an untimely end himself, but brutal is how I roll. Damn right, Cheddar Steve. Glad to see you, buddy. Glad to see you. Oh, but yeah, Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Um, Good lord, you distracted me. That was a savage comment, Cheddar Steve. I appreciate you, sir. My voice is a little bit off today, so if you're wondering why I sound a little bit off, I did a lot of screaming at the concert. When I play a video later, you will hear part of my screams, just faintly. Ronnie is much louder than me. That God, it was a hell of a show. There was so much fire, so much fire. It was fire, guys. It was fire, literally. But anyways, oh, let me check on my people on X just to make sure you guys are doing okay. Appreciate my people on X. All right. We have 11 people currently watching on X. Thank you guys so much for watching on X. By the way, if you haven't followed, check it out. We've got, mm, yeah, there we go. Bulldozer74 at Bulldozer74. Good Lord. Let me get the words out. You can follow me on X at Bulldozer74 __ or search Dozer74. I've got a pic with some red sunglasses now. It used to be the duck face pic with a giant beard, but I grew tired of it. I grew weary. And so I switched it up, and now there's a pic of me with sunglasses, just chilling in the beautiful Missouri sunlight. But follow me there. I am creeping up on 1,800 followers on X. Getting some pretty good traction there. I'm glad to see it. If you haven't followed me here, first of all, my God, come on, Shelly. Shelly, come on. Shelly, come on, Shelly. Give me a follow. Seriously, if you haven't followed me here, Bulldozer74 here on Rumble, or if you're watching me on X, check me out on Rumble. And if you haven't made a Rumble account, do so. It doesn't take too much time. 5 minutes of your day to support free speech. And while there may be some restrictions on the live chat, which I do not agree with, that can be fixed at some point, hopefully. So, also, nobody ever has to donate anything to the Dozer Den. But if you wish to contribute to the Dozer Den, make it a little bit bigger so maybe we can get a few more Komatsus in the garage. You can always send me a Rumble rant. You can subscribe to this channel at Bulldozer74 here on Rumble. $5 a month gets you access to subscriber exclusive emotes. It's a pretty decent selection. It's like 16 or 20, I think, of subscriber only emotes. And if you enter into the subscriber tier for $5 a month, your name and your comments will be highlighted in the loveliest shade of MAGA red. And, lighten up a chat with that lovely shade of red is it's admirable. Downright admirable and Chadley, I say. Indeed it is. But if you don't feel like donating through a Rumble rant or subscribing, and you still feel like supporting the Dozer Den, I did include in the comments section of the X post, as well as the Rumble stream, and it's a pinned comment with my Venmo. If you so choose or so inclined to donate, that is an option as well. Nobody ever has to, but if you are so inclined, you can, if you want to let me know in the chat so I can highlight a comment, that is awesome and Chadley. And only the best people would want their names forever emblazoned in Dozer Den history. All right. But seriously, any bit of support is appreciated, but never demanded. So thank you guys to whomever may choose to do so. All right. First topic that we are going to cover today, 23 minutes into the stream, we're going to talk a little bit about Infowars. A judge recently ruled that liquidation of the company could could move forward. Honestly, it's a travesty. It's a travesty. Hey, what is up? We got Talk with Sally hanging out in Rumble. So inclined. Also, if you have X, share and reply to posts. He does make money. Yeah, that would be nice. There will be a time that X will be somewhat profitable. Hopefully. I will say that the followers, I got in some chat rooms and stuff like that, and I've been getting a lot of new followers, and people, I think, like what I'm putting out there. So again, I mean, with this platform here on Rumble, on X as well. I aim to inform and entertain. And will I do some S posting on X? Yeah, yeah, there'll be some of that. And I mean, will I do some reposts for sure? But here's the thing: a lot of the times, I'll repost with my own comment on it. I usually have an opinion on things. Um, Now I do want to get information out too, though. So like, if it's just I don't really have something, if it's quick, if I'm like at work or something like that and cruising, and I see something that I think might be important to people who view my page, then I'm going to just repost that probably. But I like to mix it up. I like to get in conversations with people. If you want to argue with me, no, talk with Sally. I don't think I am. Um, it said monetization pending, and I just got a notification. I just got a notification that the blue check mark was going to be evaluated again. I'm not sure what that's about because I still obviously have my blue check. So I don't know why why that popped up. I did try to, I tried to activate subscriptions, but it still says pending. And as far as monetization goes, not quite there yet. I haven't looked at my analytics in a while. Actually, might take a look at that now. Where's that even at? I'm not sure. Let's see. There's monetization, ads, create space, settings, and privacy. Where do you look at your analytics on X? Does anyone know where you do that? Business? No. Yeah, I did. I did the verification and the two-factor authentication. I absolutely did, but um, they're still like, I don't know. At one point, maybe I haven't gone long enough of being a good boy on X, but I did get I did get this was months ago that I had a little bit of a week-long suspension for clearly a joke. Oh, I did get one that I actually appealed. The appeal process does work now because I used it and it worked because I clearly made a joke on X. It was a spicy joke, but it was a joke nonetheless. And I even included an LOL in my comment. And I contacted, I went through the appeal process and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not taking this. I'm not going to bend over and take this, right? Go to more and click on premium. Quick access analytics. Oh, there we go. I've had a steady drop since September 21st, apparently. Over the last, let's see, I guess since September. Oh, wow. Apparently my impressions are up 22%, Sally. And to anyone who cares. Engagement, 4.1%. Profile visits, 884. 146.7 thousand impressions. I guess since I don't know. Oh, say over the last 7 days. Let me check the last 3 months. Oh my. Well, I'm halfway there. I'm at 2.6 million impressions on X in the last 3 months. So, hey, oh shoot, I'll share this really quick. Show you guys what my analytics look like. I'm flexing my analytics, yo. All right, there it is. There you go. Hey, in the chat there. Yep. So, I mean, I think I had 3 million at one point. There back in June, I had a spike because I had a post on, I had something that, yeah. That's what I've been doing. I've been grinding. I've been trying to actually put a little bit of effort into X. So hopefully it'll get there and I'll get monetized at some point. That'd be nice. Make a little bit of cash on X from just doing what I enjoy doing. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? But the biggest thing is I do this for you, the people. Do it because I enjoy what I'm doing. I like doing this. I like talking about this type of thing. And I have a good time doing it. And I hope you guys do too. So, but anyways, we're going to talk a little bit about Alex Jones. We're going to talk about the liquidation of Infowars. And got a brief article to read on that. I'm sure it's completely unbiased and not skewed towards the left at all, not skewed towards censorship, and just the most drastic uh, example of hindering free speech that I think we have seen. It's pretty impressive. $1.5 billion, guys. $1.5 billion. Dr. Evil style. Yeah, he doesn't have that much. Nobody has that much. That amount is insane. They had to pay $90 million to a fucking FBI agent that wasn't even like there on that day. Because no, he was there right around that time. But there were some issues with his suit, like what he was, his uniform, and people made fun of him on the internet, and his feelings got hurt, guys. Oh no. Oh no, big bad FBI agent had his fifis hurt and got $90 million. Absolutely fucking insane. Absolutely insane. Oof, excuse me. All right, let me find my bookmarks again. So we're going to talk about the Infowars stuff. We're going to talk about the liquidation, talk about some of the bullshit associated with that. And then we are going to roll into discussing the escalation in the Russian nuclear threat. And I actually have a bit of a, actually a clip from the Frog Prophet himself. Praise be upon him. We've got a clip from Alex Jones about the Russian escalations. And we keep poking this bear and we're going to get bit. I don't want it to happen. I really don't. But at a certain point, they're going to go ahead and bite. Like legitimately bite. They've been pussyfooting with this Ukraine stuff. They've been nice about it. But at a certain point, when we keep engaging in World War III activity, eventually Russia's going to go ahead and say, all right, fine, you want it, you got it. And it's not going to end well for anybody. And when it sets off, it's going to set off. And then now you've got Iran stuff that they're spinning up to. Israel dropping a giant freaking bomb on Hezbollah in Lebanon. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The gears of war must be lubricated by the blood of the innocent. It's that simple. It's that simple, guys. I hate it, but it is what it is. Maybe cooler heads can prevail. Maybe, hopefully, a next administration with somebody different at the helm. Somebody that's actually, maybe an administration that has a leader, unlike this current one. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and call it the Harris administration because Biden sure as shit hasn't been running a damn thing for the past 3.5 years. But she's a dullard. It's the first time I've had that word pop into my head organically the other day is when, let me see. Let me find this post here. Well, not post, but let me find. Oh gosh, yeah, I know. iCloud hasn't updated in the past whatever many days. I don't care. I do kind of care, but it'll be all right. Where'd it go? So I was reading a quote, and I actually listened to the quote the other day from Kamala Harris. And now that I'm talking about it, I won't be able to find it. So is the way it goes. There it is. I found it. Here we go. Direct quote from our vice president, y'all. Here's the question. I think it was from someone in the audience at that Oprah appearance that she did. What will you do to lower the cost of living? And I shit you not. This is verbatim. This idiot, this dullard. First thing that came to mind, it rang out in my head so clearly. What a fucking dullard. And I haven't had that thought organically pop into my head, I think ever. Hey, we got a YouTube viewer. Hi there, YouTube viewer. How you doing? Thanks for joining. Don't run away, please. Welcome to the Dozer Den. I'm surprised the YouTube thing worked. I had a school, well, yeah, it was a school event with my 6-year-old, and I wasn't able to set my stream up on the laptop, so I had to do it through the Rumble Studio app on my phone, which worked, but it wouldn't connect to the YouTube. Wouldn't go ahead and process it to YouTube, so I had to do that when I got home. And I'm glad it worked. So, hey, streaming on YouTube, too. I thought maybe I got banned. But anyways, what will you do to lower the cost of living? Kamala responds eloquently as ever. in terms of both rightly having the right to have aspirations and dreams and ambitions for your family and working hard and finding that the American dream is for this generation and so many recently far more elusive than it's been. And we need to deal with that. Did did she say anything? Help me out. Did she say anything in that vacuous conglomeration of flowery language? Did she say anything? She didn't say it. She first of all, she sure said did not address the question, and she didn't even make a statement. She just talked flowingly about what kind of is the situation and people losing the American dream. Has nothing to do with how she's going to help lower the cost of living because she doesn't want to lower the cost of living because she is part of the they. Who is they? Well, I don't know, Kanye. But who is they? It is the apparatus, the establishment, the cabal, if you will. Oh my god, no. Shit, I wasn't trying. Yanni fangs. I was not trying. That was good. That was a good. What? Apparently, I can do impressions, y'all. I don't know why, but I can. My Kamala is eerily spot on. Well, thank you. I guess. I suppose. Maybe. Oh my. Okay then. Okay. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad it was. Glad it could make you think of that. That horrible harpy. Horrible harpy of a harlot. Ugh, no good. No good. That was a tangent, guys. It was a tangent. Nuclear war is coming, though. Nuclear war is coming. Russia's going to do it. We're then going to go ahead after we discuss nuclear holocaust and maybe the phoenix that'll arise from the ashes. Maybe, if there's anything left. Then we're going to talk about Eric Adams. He's been indicted. And a lot of people instinctually respond when you apply nuance to things in a tinderbox issue. When you respond with nuance, some people don't like that. And the cool thing about it is, with people more right leaning or independent minded, you can clarify and you can have conversations. I might pull it up and run through the thread of my post about Eric Adams getting indicted. Posted it earlier this morning. I think it's got close to, I think, a little over 1,000 views and some decent interaction on X. Again, if you haven't followed me on X, there we go. Bulldozer. Bulldozer 74. It highlights it for me. I think it shows up better on the actual stream. Let me look. I think it's black type, isn't it? Or black print. Yeah. So I didn't even need to do that. But follow me on X. If you want some entertainment, some internet blood sports at times. Not all the time, but sometimes some internet blood sports. But I posted that I think my general opinion is it's awfully convenient that after he started talking about the illegals being dumped in their city, that this shit started happening, where the DOJ selectively started going after him. And it is selective. Now, does that mean that he's clean? No, it sure shit doesn't. But we have to look at the motivation behind this administration, behind this Department of Injustice. You dare speak out against the machine about them doing what they're doing to the illegal alien children, and they're going to come after you. And they did for Eric Adams. I think wire fraud, bribery, and something else. Just think of the motivations of the people going after these individuals. That's all I'm going to say for now. We're going to get into it a little bit more in depth later. We're then going to roll into VarmaGate. Mugclub Undercover. I've been a proud Mugclubber for the last 3 or 4 years, ever since he got off the Blaze, or he was still with the Blaze, I think, whenever I got my first mug. Had to go get a replacement because one broke. But it's a girthy mug. It is nice, but it is made in China, which is fucking weird, Crowder. You got to fix that shit. But it's a great mug, though. I should bring it upstairs. I thought about bringing my bobblehead Trump, my Trump bobblehead home. today because I have it at my office at work. Because if I'm at work and somebody can have a picture of Barack Obama as a pretty much like a Christ figure, I can have a bobblehead of Trump hugging the American flag, can't I? Mm. It's actually right there. There's the box that it came in. I kept the box. It's right up there, the bobblehead Trump thing. It is a very well made bobblehead. It's made out of like like pottery, like porcelain, I think, or something like that. Clay. I don't know. It's very very solid. Good little bobble. Makes some good noises. I might have to bring it home for the streams. Maybe I'll bring it home on because I go into the office on Thursday, so might as well bring it home on Thursday, and then I don't know. Whatever. It's a thought I'm kicking around. I kind of want to leave it there in the office just to make a statement. But also I want to have it for the streams. I'm conflicted, guys. I'm conflicted. We'll figure it out though. But we're going to talk about VarmaGate. And yeah, that guy Varma, Mugclub Undercover got some more, got more video of him talking about monkeypox. Turns out it's not for everybody. Turns out it's mostly in a particular population that happens to be part of the Rainbow Mafia. And he's very candid about why that is, and them stirring up public sentiment to make it seem like it's more severe than it is, to push a medication called T-pox. Why do you call the medication a pox? A pox upon your house. That's what they're doing. What kind of consequences are they going to have from that medication or shot? One shudders to think. Shudders, I say. And then we're going to have the Massie Minute there at the end, probably. And I do have science. That's our random thing at the end. Had a post from Ashton Forbes, a little 2-minute clip, maybe another one too. Just about some interesting stuff. Interesting, sciencey stuff. I just thought it was cool. So, there's some nerd shit. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But it's going to happen regardless. I'm not going to finish that statement, but you can if you want in the comments. If you want to comment here on this video, that helps with my engagement, helps with whatever algorithm is present. So if you like, comment on my posts on X, comment on the streams here on Rumble, get in a conversation with somebody. Why not? Spend a couple minutes mixing it up with somebody. Call someone a fag. Who cares? I don't. Rumble shouldn't. If they do, well, you know what? They're embodying it. But anyways, before we actually get into the substance of the stream, nearly an hour in, folks, let's go ahead and do a check if there's right here. Okay, hanging available. We got some ads. Let's go ahead and get an ad read out of the way. This would be for a whopping $1. If it'll come up. This is the sponsor of today's episode of the Dozer Den. For Patriots. Guys, it's National Preparedness Month. So at 4 Patriots, that's the number 4, capital P, lowercase ATRIOTS. We want to celebrate by bringing back this unbelievable buy one, get one deal on solar generators. For a limited time, when you buy the powerful Patriot Power Generator 2000X, you'll get a mini generator for, wait for it, free. Plus, you'll also score 2 solar panels for free too. That's right, not 1, but 2 solar panels come with this incredible buy one get one deal on solar generators. So, claim your power independence and free mini generator and free solar panels by going to 4patriots.com. Hurry though. Hurry it up, guys. It'll hit you in that giddy up. Hurry though. You only have until midnight on September 30th to claim your free mini generator. Guys, that's like in a few days. It's like 4 days. Get after it. Go get you a generator. Get you a free mini generator. Free generator. You got to buy the first one, though. To claim your free mini generator, go to 4patriots.com today. That's the number 4, capital P, lowercase ATRIOTS.com. 4patriots.com. Check them out. They're supporting Rumble. They're supporting small creators like myself. Give them a click. It'll help them out. It'll help Rumble out. Appreciate you guys bearing with me through that, and hopefully I made that somewhat entertaining. All right. So, Infowars. If you guys want a little bit of a background on what went on with Infowars. So, the Sandy Hook families, after the CIA contacted them and inspired them to go ahead and pursue this, I'm going to take these off. My ears are hot. When I need them, I'll put them on. But, so the Sandy Hook families, after the CIA contacted them and inspired them to pursue civil action against the Frog Prophet, praise be upon him, these two civil cases ended up in two default judgments. I forgot what, I think it was just both of them might have been on discovery because they were claiming that Jones had more information on the specifics of like some of his videos or something like that, or some of the analytics. The thing is, Google had those, not Jones. And even though he told the judges this, the judges said, "Nah, screw you. You're not participating in discovery." Even though Jones and his counsel gave more discovery than almost like anybody in history. You didn't do enough, Jones. You got to do more. You got to do more. Let's see the color of your taint. That's what they wanted, essentially. That's essentially what they wanted from Jones. We got to see the hue, the shade of your taint, Jones. That's what we need. That's what it pretty much boiled down to. And well, Jones wasn't able to give it. I'm sure if they would have asked him, he would have gone in and showed his taint. But that's not really what they asked him. Of course, I'm being hyperbolic. So they ended up doing default judgments. There was never a civil trial to determine liability. You had default judgments from these judges that said, yes, you are liable, no trial needed, because you didn't do your part. You didn't participate fully in discovery. It's utter insanity what they did to this man. Because what it boils down to is they want to silence Alex Jones. They want to silence anybody that would dare watch Alex Jones. They want to silence you. That's who they want to silence. And they want their pound of flesh. Couldn't get it from the shooter, I suppose, because I think I'm pretty sure he took himself out. So they go after Jones and try to make it seem like he built his career on Sandy Hook stuff. Couldn't be further from the damn case. He barely just, in the thousands of hours of Infowars and media coverage there, Sandy Hook was a blip, a small blip. And Alex Jones admitted that he got bad information and was wrong. How can you lose it? Legally, there's no legal basis to say that Jones was liable of defamation when he literally just believed it. You can't defame, part of defamation is you have to not believe, or a reasonable person wouldn't believe, that the information that they're putting out there, is incorrect. He believed it. It was bad intel that he got, and he admitted that later on Joe Rogan 4 or 5 years ago, admitted, hey, I was wrong there. Yeah, those kids died. Now, the circumstances, that's something that one could question, right? Just saying. The school might have had some security failures that contributed to this. And the fact that, the mom of the guy literally made it so that he could get access to those weapons when he was a madman. You look at pictures of this guy and you can smell the crazy through the screen. Dude, there never should have been guns in that house. Not around him. Or at least he should have never had the ability to get access to them. I'm not really sure how you do that without just taking them away from the house. But there's a lot of questions about that case. Now, did those kids die? Yeah, they did. And that's horrible. But that doing this to Alex Jones and silencing Infowars doesn't bring them back. And I don't think that's what they wanted. And like I said, the families, I can't really be that mad at the families, I guess, if the CIA and the government was literally in their ears telling them, hey, you need to go do this. You need to go. You get after it. Take him out. The lawyers for the families are probably, um, I would say that they're highly unethical in what they're doing, because what doesn't make sense to me is, why would you want to liquidate and shut down Infowars? Why would you want to do that and sell off all the assets so the families of the Sandy Hook families can start getting paid? When wouldn't it make more sense to let Infowars continue and let Alex Jones make more money so that the families can get more money, because he's essentially an indentured servant. That's what they made the Frog Prophet. They have enslaved our beloved Frog Prophet, guys. Ribbit, ribbit. And it doesn't make sense that they would go ahead and do the liquidation now. The families are going to get less money. The Alex Jones' team offered huge settlements to these families that they could get millions of dollars right now, and the lawyers said no. Now, do the families really want that? I just can't understand why they would. It would make much more sense to let Infowars continue to do its thing and make tons of money. That would make more sense, in my opinion. So this is actually not in their client's best interest. So that's an ethical blight on the attorneys for these families. Or maybe we should more accurately say these attorneys for the government to pursue the man who calls them out for their bullshit on a daily basis, multiple times a day, multiple times. It's unsettling. It's unsettling because here's the thing, and Alex Jones said it in the past: first they're going to come for me, then they're going to come for you. And he's been right. He's been absolutely right. And how they went after him, they've been doing it to him, just normal Americans too. They're doing it with Trump. There's some very, very uh, disturbing parallels into how they're treating Alex Jones and how they've been treating Trump. I think it was Engoron, wasn't it? I think it was the Engoron case where they determined that he was civilly liable, regardless of a case, and just said, okay, it was default, and you're going to have to. The trial was on how much he would have to pay. I think it was for the real estate one, if I'm not mistaken, or was that Mershon? No, Mershon was with Stormy Daniels. I don't know. I've slept since then. But I would have to read up on it to get a full grasp of it. What's up, Slant? They've been after AJ for 20 years. They've probably been after him longer than that, because here's the thing. I think with Alex Jones, the great Frog Prophet, I think honestly, Slant, that sometimes they do feed him bad intel. And he's gotten really good at parsing out what's legit and what's not. And he suffered for it a couple times. One big one was Sandy Hook. I think they've been after him probably since he confronted George W. Bush at that campaign event in Texas, and they drug him out. It probably was before that even. But they absolutely have been after the man. And they sometimes, I think, will try to... when you take the waterfall of information instead of a trickle or a drip, 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 it can drive you mad. And clearly, Alex Jones has had moments in the past where he was really heavy into drinking and really getting kind of crazy on streams. And it wasn't good for him. And he was drinking a lot. And, he got, he still drinks casually, but he's not abusing it like he was, which is good. But you get confronted with all the evil and all the information that he does, and it would drive anyone kind of crazy. And he filters it better now, but they've been after him for years because of the awesome supplements from Infowars.com. Never actually bought any from Infowars.com, but apparently that's how it started. It's a supplement company, actually, guys. It's not a media organization. It's a supplement company. His father started with, different supplements and I think toothpastes, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was toothpaste. One of the things was a toothpaste. But You don't need fluoride in your toothpaste, by the way. And anytime you take your kid to the dentist, if they try to give them that fluoride rinse, fuck that. Have them say no. And you're going to say no because you don't need that in your mouth. You don't need that fluoride. It's not helping you. If anything, it's actually making it worse. Fluoride overdose can cause brittle bones. So why would you want to flood your mouth with it? Does it make sense to anybody? Anybody out there? Anybody? Bueller? No, it doesn't. It makes no sense to me. So, yeah, they have been after Alex Jones for years. We do have a little bit of an article here. Let me find it. Oh, and goodness gracious, it's from the AP. Oh, we know this is going to be an unbiased and level-headed presentation from the AP. Right, guys? Right, guys? This is going to be great, right? It's going to be great. It's going to be the best. It's not. It's going to be awful. But we're going to do it. And we're going to make it through it together, guys. My Komatsus. We're going to killdoze our way through this article. All right? Here in the Dozer Den, we have each other's backs. All right, so from the AP, U.S. News. Judge to approve auctions liquidating Alex Jones's Infowars to help pay Sandy Hook families. Oh. Poor families. Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, Infowars media platform, and its assets will be Jones's Infowars. I was like, oh my God, they're going to auction off Alex Jones himself? No, it's not legal. They're selling Alex Jones. Media platform and its assets will be sold off. I probably should share this article, shouldn't I? What a jerk. God, come on. We'll read through it together, guys. We'll read through it. It's been over a week. I'm a little rusty. All right. Oh, look at that. JD Vance and Trump. What do you think there, Vance? Oh. Tim Walz is he's just interesting looking feller. All right. On to the article. So, conspiracy theorists Alex Jones's Infowars media platform and its assets will be sold off piece by piece in auctions this fall to help pay the more than $1 billion he owes relatives of victims of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, under an order expected to be approved by a federal judge. U.S. bankruptcy judge Christopher Lopez in Houston said during a court hearing Tuesday that he will approve the auctions that start in November. But he said he first must change a previous order to make it clear that the trustee overseeing Jones's personal bankruptcy case controls all the assets of Infowars' parent company, Free Speech Systems, which is owned 100% by Jones. So, all the assets of Infowars. Okay. I wonder what they consider an asset. Could they consider his speech an asset? There's the thought. Despite the pending loss of his company, Jones vows to continue his talk shows through other means, possibly including a new website and his personal social media accounts. He also has suggested that Infowars assets could be bought by his supporters, allowing him to continue hosting his show as an employee under the Infowars brand in their home city of Austin, Texas. Come on, Elon Musk, buy Infowars for us. It's very cut and dry that the assets of Free Speech Systems, the website, the equipment, the shopping cart, all that can be sold, Jones said on a recent show. And they know full well that there are a bunch of patriot buyers, and then the operation can ease on. Jones and his company both filed for bankruptcy protection in 2022. The same year, Sandy Hook families won nearly $1.5 billion in defamation and emotional distress lawsuits against Jones for his repeatedly calling the 2012 that's bullshit framing 2012 school shootings a hoax staged by crisis actors to get more gun control legislation passed. 20 first graders and 6 educators were killed in the Newtown, Connecticut shooting. During 2 civil trials in Texas and Connecticut, parents and children of many of the victims testified that they were traumatized by Jones's hoax conspiracies and his followers' actions. They said they were harassed and threatened by Jones's believers, some of whom confronted the grieving families in person, saying the shooting never happened and that their children never existed. One parent said someone threatened to dig up his dead son's grave. That is not Alex Jones's fucking fault. He didn't tell anybody to go do this dumb shit. The fact that they did that is on them, not on Alex Jones. Jones is appealing the civil jury verdicts, citing free speech rights and questioning whether the families proved any connection between his comments and the people who harassed and threatened the relatives. See? Yeah. He has since acknowledged that the shooting did happen. He had acknowledged it before. You stupid bastards. He did it like 4 or 5 years ago on the freaking Joe Rogan Experience podcast. Fuck these people. I hate the AP so much. God. In June, Lopez converted Jones's personal bankruptcy reorganization case into a liquidation, meaning many of his assets will be sold off to pay creditors except for his main home and other exempt property. The same day, Lopez also dismissed Free Speech Systems' bankruptcy case after Jones and the families could not reach agreement on a final plan. His attorneys are not helping those families, but again, the families are probably already getting paid by the government to do this, so whatever. The sell-off order Lopez intends to approve would put Infowars' intellectual property up for auction on November 13th, including its trademarks, copyrighted material, social media accounts, and websites. Jones's personal social media sites, including his account on the social platform X, which has 2.8 million followers. Get him up to 3 million, guys. Go follow the Frog Prophet over there on X. I think he was at 2.8 something the last I checked. Shared it out on my meager little channel. But, it's almost 2,000 people on my account, so follow me while you're there. If you're going to go there to follow Alex Jones, follow at BillDozer74 _ as well. If you so choose. It would be nice. So the sell-off, let's see, would not. So that one would not be included. Hey, what's up, SC Medic? Sully in the house. Thank you so much for joining us, Sully. Hope you had a good stream. I think you were streaming earlier, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I saw you as a live on your other channel, not the Gun Club, but Real Hard Truths. Follow Sully, by the way. Real Hard Truths and the Gun Club on Rumble. Great stuff. I haven't been as engaged with your shows recently. I think I was on last night while I was dashing, but yeah, good stuff there. Check Sully out. Good guy. So his personal account's not going to be included. Oh, what's up, Miss Minnie Mel? Thank you so much for hanging out over here in the Dozer Den, joining our herd of Komatsus, our gaggle of killdozers. Miss Minimel says, wait, so some crazy person's reaction to AJ's comments is AJ's fault, but the crazies going after GJT have nothing to do with the Dems' comments to extinguish him or squash him like a bug. Got it. Exactly, Miss Minimel. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, Miss Minimel. Ah, you did a deep dive on immigration. Nice. I'll have to check that out later, possibly when I'm drifting off to Betty Bye time. We'll see. So, did a deep dive on immigration. Cool deal. Again, give them a check. If you want to throw, Sully, if you want to throw out your link to your channels in the live chat, feel free to do so. Guys, give him a follow, subscribe if you have the means. And anytime that I ask for support, this is only if you are able. I never expect anybody to put themselves out to throw a few dollars my way. Never want anybody to do that. And if you have the means to subscribe, then by all means, if you are inclined to do so, then do so. But don't put yourself out for it. Only if you're able to. I don't want anybody struggling to help people. Ooh, my boy just kicked the wall. If you don't know, my child sleeps on the other side of this wall. But yeah, I don't want anyone being put out for trying to support people on social media platforms. So got to take care of you so you can help others if possible. But all right, back to our article. Appreciate everybody watching. If you guys have not liked this stream, smash that like button. Give it a tap. Caress the like button. Give soft nibbles to its ear and whisper sweet nothings. Oh, wait. Like I said before, that's Joe Biden. Don't be like Joe Biden to the like button. But tap it. If you need to tap it multiple times, at least hit it 3 times, okay? Because if you hit it twice, it cancels it out, and that's just not doing anything for anybody. So give it a third tap if you've got to hit more than once. All right, so his social media, his personal social media is going to be his. However, the trustee overseeing Jones's bankruptcy case, Christopher Murray, said Tuesday that he may soon seek court permission to also liquidate Jones's personal social media accounts. You son of a bitch, Christopher Murray. And his other intellectual property. Fuck you, Christopher Murray, dirty bitch. Sorry, I'm a little bit spicy today, guys. Yeah. No, this is bullshit. So social media accounts and his other intellectual property, which Jones's attorneys have opposed, that issue could develop into another court fight in the bankruptcy case. Murray is also expected to sell many of Jones's personal assets. Don't sell his cool truck, his tank that he's got. Don't do that. The Sandy Hook families who won the Connecticut lawsuit want Jones to lose his personal social media accounts. Their lawyers further contend that the families should get a chunk of all of Jones's future earnings to help pay off his more than $1 billion in debt. That is cruel and unusual punishment. That has got to be an 8th Amendment violation, right? $1 billion motherfucking dollars. Are you shitting me? It's insane. Oh, there we go. I'm going to pull these up really quick for you, Sully. So we've got the OG channel, The Gun Club. I'm going to leave that up for a second for the people watching later. If you're not watching live, I appreciate the heck out of you two for taking out of your time out of your day to watch this stream. Because while we have a blast in chat and we have a great time live, I do sincerely appreciate anybody who takes time out of their day to watch later. So thank you. Go away, AP. So, got that one. That's the Gun Club. Check them out. And then the next one here, we got Real Hard Truths. Rumble.com/C/Real Hard Truths. More political content there than gun stuff, but in general, good stuff. Ooh, I do believe it's starting to rain a little bit. We're getting some of the bands here in southeast Missouri. I will never say Missouri. If you say Missouri, because you think that's what we say here, no. Most of us do not say Missouri. I sure as hell will never call it Missouri. It's Missouri. Some people say misery. I like Missouri. I think it's a pretty solid little state. Just my personal opinion there. Yeah, they... Absolutely. It's a good point, Sully. They hit AJ harder than the person who actually did the shooting. I agree. It's a bunch of bullcrap. So Christopher Mate, a lawyer for the Sandy Hook families in the Connecticut lawsuit, said the judge's signing of the auction order will be a significant step forward in the family's efforts to make Jones pay for his hoax lies. Again, no, this actually gets them less money in the long run. So these attorneys are smart too. They know this is wrong. They know that the families won't get more money this way. So they are unethical bastards in general, but also in this instance. Alex Jones will no longer own or control the company he built, Mate said in a statement Tuesday. This brings the families closer to their goal of holding him accountable for the harm he has caused. The rest of Infowars assets, including computers, video cameras, and other studio equipment, would be sold at a different auction on December 10th. Jones has made millions of dollars over the past years selling dietary supplements, apparel, survival gear, books, and other items he promotes on his show, which air on the internet and dozens of radio stations. It's unclear how much money would be raised by selling Infowars and Jones's assets, and how much money the Sandy Hook families would get. Jones has about $9 million in personal assets. So $1 billion makes fucking sense, right? Oh, so you guys have been getting it for been getting the rain for 2 days in SC. Ooh. Your yards will be long. Your yards will be somewhat overgrown, I assume. I got mine mowed the other day. Got my belt back on the riding lawnmower. Been procrastinating about that. Did a couple mows with the push mower. You don't appreciate a lot riding lawnmower until it's broke. I'll say that. Or until you've never had one, which I just got one last year. It was kind of meh. And then this one's much better. But then the belt broke, and I was without it for a while. So finally got the belt on there. Thank God there's a diagram to show you how to put the belt on a riding lawnmower deck. It took me a minute, but I got it done. And then my boy was down there, my 18-month-old. He was down there trying to help me out. The mini dozer. Maybe we could call him a cat. I don't know. He was down there with the ratchet after he saw me playing, using it. He wanted to play with it and put a little bolt in there and was trying to crank it. So he's a cool dude. Jones has about $9 million in personal assets, according to court filings. Free Speech Systems has about $6 million in cash on hand and about $1.2 million worth of inventory, according to previous court testimony. Lawyers, financial experts, and others. You missed a comma there. AP. Yeah, I'm being that guy because I'm petty, because they deserve it. And others who worked on Jones's bankruptcy case, who have racked up millions of dollars in fees and expenses, are expected to be paid first. A remaining legal dispute in the bankruptcy case is whether Free Speech Systems owes more than $50 million to another Jones-owned company, PQPR Holdings Limited. Free Speech System buys dietary supplements from PQPR to sell on the Infowars website. PQPR said it wasn't paid for many of the supplements and filed liens. Sandy Hook lawyers allege the debt is bogus. If the debt is found to be valid, that could reduce any amount the Sandy Hook families ultimately get from liquidations. Huh. Well, okay then. I will say that article pissed me off. Just a little bit. I don't know. They want this. They want Alex Jones to no longer have a voice. They want to silence him. That's the goal of this, guys. That's the goal of this. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know. It seems rather insane to me. It seems rather insane to me that you would ever have a case, a settlement, a defamation lawsuit ending in $1.5 billion. But it's what they did. Like I said, they want their pound of flesh, and they've gotten it. But also we have to look at who's been telling them to go after this. Literally the CIA, the intel apparatus, has been in these families' ears, telling them to pursue this action. And I think it would be interesting to look at their bank statements. I'm just saying. Or, look at their communications to see who's being threatened. It's not like our government's ever done that, right? Bunch of bull crap. Maybe through the legal process, maybe some justice will be acknowledged and some injustice will be confronted. Because this has not been justice. It's absolutely not been justice. Jones is a truth teller. He is. A little hyperbolic at times. But that's okay. You can be hyperbolic. You can be a little bit extra. Lord knows I get that way sometimes. But the man believes what he says. And he's most of the time pretty damn correct. Now, there might be a little bit of embellishment here and there. Or not embellishment. Exaggeration, I suppose. A little bit of exaggeration, I suppose. But most of the time, it's pretty spot on. That's exactly right. Sully, you've got it. You've hit the nail on the head. The government, lawyers, the families are going to get barely anything. The lawyers, they're going to get most of it. You're right. Thing is, and that's why they want them to go ahead and do it now, because they want their money now. They don't care about these families. If they did care about these families, they would let Jones continue making money and continue getting views. continue getting sponsorships, continue selling supplements, because the families would get more. They would. That FBI agent dude, though, that 90 million, that is insane. I don't understand how that's possible that is something that was allowed. I just don't. I don't. But where confusion is present, God is not. Confusion is of the devil. Also of the devil, warmongers stirring up nuclear war with Russia. Next topic we're going to discuss, the ever-increasing escalation into eventual nuclear war with Russia. Did you guys like that transition? That was a good transition, wasn't it? Better than the transition happening to our youth in schools. Ooh. Oh, no. We went to a dark place. Don't need to bring out Dark Dozer, although I'm not going to lie. Dark Dozer was a bit present in this the Frog Prophet discussion. It happened. It happened. Hell, let me see something really quick. Nah. We probably won't do Rumble. We won't do ad reads today, probably. I did the one. Are we going to do other ones? We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really feel like it, though. But we have 25 people watching this stream at the moment. If you have not liked the stream, like this stream. Smash the like button, guys. Give it a good tap. Go ahead and thump it. If you got to thump it more than once, thump it 3 times, because twice just cancels it out. And you don't want your thump to not count. You don't want your smash to not count, all right? The smash is important. It's very important. We're going to go ahead and roll in. We've got a clip. We've got a brief clip from the Frog Prophet. Ears on. No pause. Oh, gosh darn it. His audio is a little bit weird. I don't know if he was in a... I don't know if he didn't have the correct... I don't know what it's called, but something on your mic to help cancel out the echo. But his audio is a little bit off. We have an 8-minute clip from Jones here. He details, pretty much like I said, the escalation that's coming. It's coming, guys. It's coming. So, nuclear war alert. Putin, nuclear war alert. Putin publicly says he will nuke NATO countries if Western missiles strike Russia. In response, NATO has announced the biggest mobilization drills ever for total war. That's all I got after my voice from get a little bit tired from the concert on Saturday. That's all I got. That was my best Alex Jones right there. That's all you got right now. But okay, so we're gonna watch this clip from Alex Jones. He talks about the moving parts with Russia, and then he talks a little bit about his case at the end. So let's go ahead and bring this out. And
the world just moved the closest to nuclear war we've ever been. NATO announced today they're doing drills unlike any other for all-out nuclear war with Russia, which they say is imminent. And today, Putin came out in a national address and changed their nuclear doctrine that if any NATO weapons, like heavy cruise missiles authorized by Biden 2 weeks ago to be dropped on Russia, are dropped or launched into Russia, that it is an act of war, a declaration of war, and that Russia will use nuclear weapons in response. This is all breaking in the last few hours, and it's barely even getting any coverage. This is the world literally sleepwalking into Armageddon. This is the biggest news I've ever covered. This could end civilization and most life on the face of the planet. 2 weeks ago, Biden met with the UK Prime Minister and greenlit Storm Shadow heavy cruise missiles made in the United States to be fired and directed by NATO into Russia. Today, Putin came out and did a televised address. Reuters, AP, they're all covering it. You can go watch the address. I put it on my main show today, and said that if any NATO-supplied heavy weapons come into Russia, including conventional weapons, they will consider it an act of war, a declaration of war, and they reserve the right to use nuclear weapons. So Russia has changed its nuclear doctrine that it would sit with conventionals. It may use nuclear weapons, and he's prepared the nuclear forces of Russia and Belarus, who separately has nuclear weapons, to begin the strikes if they're hit. This is total, absolute insanity. And then it gets worse. NATO comes out today and says they're doing a drill, the biggest ever, unlike any other drill, and they say it's for full war and nuclear war with Russia and mass casualties. This is a press release put out by NATO. You can go read it for yourself. This is absolute insanity. It's a long article in the Daily Mail. It's also the New York Times is reporting it. You got the Democrats.
I boomered. So, yeah, it's a great point, Sully. Our tax dollars flying Vlad here, Volodymyr Zelensky, to campaign for Kamala Harris. Yeah, that's a good point. The Republicans in the House, I believe, are actually wanting a detailed description of his costs and the funding for that. And he essentially is campaigning for Kamala Harris. Not legal. They don't give a shit, though. They don't care what's legal or not. They're going to do what they want to do, and they're barely ever going to be held to account unless they step out of line like Eric Adams, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and yeah, good point. Fuck Ukraine. Fuck Zelensky. I'm tired of it. I've been tired of it, especially because it could have been solved literally a couple months after it started. But the West said, no, you have to continue to lubricate the gears of war with the blood of your innocent. That's where we're at, guys. That's where we're at.
People like Sean Penn saying nuclear war is survivable. It shouldn't be off the table. I mean, this is mass cuckoo behavior that's taking place. So, on top of NATO preparing for mass casualties, who else is? They're trying to pass more COG laws so that if Congress is killed, the federal government can appoint the new leaders. This is all going on and happening right now, and Trump has a plan to stop it. There were no big wars when he was president, and the left are calling him a Russian agent because he's against World War III, nuclear war. And remember, 11 years ago, they bragged about it. State Department has under Obama. They overthrew the Ukrainian government. They've had a proxy war for all these years. The Russians took the bait 2.5 years ago, invaded. It's escalating so quickly right now. And then domestically, we have the Democratic Party cheering the IRS persecuting conservatives and Christians, cheering the persecution of conservative Catholics, cheering all the lawfare going on. And we have Democrat congresswomen coming out and saying the DOJ and FBI's job is a check against white supremacy they say is rampant.
Neurodivergent one saying, competing with Joe tonight, stopping by to drop a like. Thank you so much, Neurodivergent one. Yeah, I didn't know the best Jew, one of the best Jews, Joe Neerman. Good logic. He's the one who helped me get up over 1,000 followers on X, by the way. And now we're creeping up closer to 2,000. Might have to pop in later if he's still going after I'm done, because we aren't going 3 hours tonight, guys. A little bit tired. I got an early morning meeting, 8 o'clock on a Friday, because I love myself. So I'm gonna probably tap out here in about probably in about a little over 2 hours. So especially since last stream went for almost 4. But yeah, thanks for dropping a like, Neurodivergent one. I sincerely appreciate you. And thanks for hanging out and in the chat for just a moment there. Back to the Frog Prophet.
Then they label anybody that wants to have a country or sovereignty or for Trump a white supremacist. Our government is hijacked by total and complete lunatics. And the fact that these developments are not front page everywhere, and the fact that there aren't people protesting, liberal, conservative, doesn't matter, by the millions peacefully saying no to World War III is insane. We are literally, as I said earlier, sleepwalking into Armageddon, sleepwalking into thermal nuclear war. The International Atomic Scientist Organization says we're the closest we've ever been on their atomic clock. All the other experts agree. You can look at this and you can see this. And you have NATO putting out papers that nuclear war is survivable, trying to sell this idea because the old political system is coming to an end. There's a global awakening happening, and the power structure needs a major global crisis to try to keep us under their control. This is absolute madness. This is the WEF's Great Reset, that on the ashes of civilization, they want to build their new world order. The UN's coming in with global censorship. Hillary's calling.
Let's hope that's not the phoenix that rises from the ashes. The new world order. Let's hope that's not the one. Let's hope it's the people that are able to hopefully stop this shit.
of the arrest of people for free speech in America. California is passing laws to put people in jail for memes. We are living in a time when we look back on this in the future. Hopefully, we can turn this around, and people aren't going to believe that people were behaving like this in government and corporations, or that we, the people, were putting up with it. Please continue to follow me at Real Alex Jones on X. Please continue to support the broadcast, because without you, this critical time, we will not be on the air. And finally, an update on him.
Okay, so we'll let him say what his piece for the next, almost 4 minutes about his case. I really wish this would have been flipped around so it would have come right from me ranting and raving about the bullshit that's gone on with his case. But it is what it is. So, yeah, the current administration, the Harris administration, has they've pretty much greenlit strikes deep within Russian territory using our weapons, our funding. Oh, damn. So Neurodivergent 1, he's doing a locals exclusive after. If I missed the show, have a good one. I'll catch up on this show later. Thank you so much, Neurodivergent 1. I'm glad that you're that you're wanting to watch even after it's live. So thank you, dude. I appreciate you. Thanks for the like. If you haven't liked the channel, if you haven't liked the channel yet, go ahead and give my channel a like too. And if you haven't liked the stream yet, smash that like button. Comment in the comment section. Helps with the algorithm, helps get exposure on this channel. I was at 381 followers here on Rumble the last I checked. We are creeping up on 400, getting closer to 2,000 on X at BillDozer74__. Yeah, so follow, like, subscribe, share, all the things. Pretty much, it seems like Russia's going to respond. Again, like I said earlier, the bear will bite. And when it does, it's going to suck. It's not going to be good for anybody, because it will probably trigger the knee-jerk response from everybody else, and NATO is going to... Here's the thing. Ukraine hit Poland with a missile earlier. Killed, some rural folks. Isn't that one of the NATO allies? So by the logic that they spew about Russia making a move on a NATO ally country, shouldn't we be at war as NATO, an entity? Shouldn't NATO be at war with Ukraine for striking Poland? That would be logical, right? That would be logical. It's nonsense. Let's hear what Alex Jones has to say about his case. So give him his due.
Infowars. The left is celebrating everywhere. They're saying, finally, ding dong, the witch is dead. Alex Jones, Infowars to be shut down in November. The assets are up on the chopping block to pay the families who are just being used by the FBI and CIA. It's come out in court to try to get rid of the First Amendment, using me as a case point. They turned down settlements of money. They don't want money. They've said on the courthouse steps, they've said on the national news, they want to silence me to set the president to silence you. And so shutting down Infowars shuts down what could even pay them money in their rigged settlement, where I was already found guilty by the judges, the $1.5 billion. It's insane. And so now they're spending it like, well, they're doing this to pay.
So he says, yeah, Poland is in NATO, but it was an oops. Yeah, it was an oops from Ukraine. Bullshit. I don't care. Would they give the benefit of the doubt to Russia? No, they wouldn't. JJR made it to last break time at work with Bill Dozer. Thanks for hanging out, JJR. Thanks for listening to this show while you're at work. I'm not sure why anybody would take time out of their evening to hang out with me, but I sincerely appreciate you. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Back to Alex Jones.
Pay them money. No, they're killing, from their perspective, the golden goose, because they don't want money. They want us silenced. But the good news is, regardless of what they do to Infowars, I'll be able to continue on air. We've got a lot of folks backing us, but we need to have sponsors going into the future if Infowars is shut down in just 49 days that can support us and help through a new organization, a new group that I'll work for, stay on air. That's why our sponsors are more important than ever. So if you want to ensure that my broadcasts continue one way or another, go now to the AlexJonesStore.com. That's outside of Infowars. It's a huge sponsor supporting Infowars as long as we're here. We hope to preserve it. But regardless, they're going to be a sponsor into the future. So it's so important to get these great Patriot t-shirts, over 58 designs, more being added daily, and all the ball caps, and to spread the word on the streets and exercise your First Amendment. And
those are some slick looking shirts. Did y'all see that? No, don't snack on me.
Support the tip.
Dang, you see. Let me find it. There it is. Don't snack on me. Oh my goodness. Hey, Sully. Says, I actually enjoy your shows when I can catch them. Well, I'm glad, Sully. Glad I can give you a little bit of entertainment there. Thank you. Appreciate you, bud. I love that. I love that shirt so much. I might have to buy that.
Listen, they're going to be a sponsor into the future. So it's so important to get these great Patriot t-shirts, over 58 designs, more being added daily, and all the ball caps, and to spread the word on the streets and exercise your First Amendment and support the tip of the spear in the fight for human liberty. So please go to thealexjonesstore.com right now. And when you go there and put your email in for free, you can sign up for a raffle for an amazing super truck and $10,000 of cash. The winner of that's going to be announced October 30th coming up. But the real reason to go there is the shirts are amazing, the ball caps are amazing, and your purchase helps us stay on the air. So go now.
What's up, big ass life? Thanks for popping into the show tonight. Appreciate you, bud. Appreciate you. Oh, it's not much, not much. We had a brief rant about the insane attack on free speech displayed with the liquidation of Infowars and Alex Jones. And we just had a clip from Alex Jones here. He's talking a little bit about supporting his company. So absolutely amazing shirts. I'm probably going to buy one as soon as I have a little extra cash. But yeah, we talked about Russia. We're going to talk a little bit more about Russia here in a second. Probably not going to be going too terribly long today, probably a little over 2 hours, and then I'll have to tap out. I've got an early morning meeting. But thank you very much for showing up and hanging out in the chat, man. Appreciate you. Miss Minnie Mel, when I die, don't let me vote Democrat. Yeah. I didn't even notice that till just now. Yeah. Support the country you live in, or live in the country you support. Ooh, that's deep. Some good shirts. Yeah.
Now, if you want to be part of history and keep us on air one way or the other, to the alexjonesstore.com. People ask, what can I do? Spread the word about the broadcast, pray for the broadcast, and buy products from the sponsors that support it. The alexjonesstore.com. And finally, my dad's supplement company. He designed our first supplements. He's a retired physician. drjonesnaturals.com has a lot of amazing proprietary game-changing products like Next Level Foundational Energy that isn't a stimulant but feels like one because it cleans out your cells and just gives you amazing energy with no letdown. That's selling out, but it's still discounted. drjonesnaturals.com. All the nano silver products are there. The colloidal silver, 30 parts per million. The Kava Chill, the Top Brain that is a nootropic stimulant, supernatural and amazing. Not like supernatural like Ghost or God, but it's very natural, but really supercharges you. You've got Top Brain there. You've got Kava Chill that relaxes you, but it's not a downer. We've got Rocket Rest, an amazing natural sleep aid that's so good for your whole body and immune system. It's all there at drjonesnaturals.com. So I'm asking you for your support. I'm thanking those for past support, and I'm saying now is the critical, crucial time to energize our sponsors going into the future one way or another. So please keep us on air, and thank you for your past support. I humbly ask you for your support right now at thealexjonesstore.com and drjonesnaturals.com, and also at infowarstore.com, hoping we can keep that operation going, hoping we get a good buyer that I can work for here and keep the crew employed that won't censor us. But that all remains to be seen. What's going to happen? I'm not just going to trust in that. We're going to try to support our sponsors, regardless that are still supporting Infowars and that can support operations into the future. TheAlexJonesStore.com or drjonesnaturals.com and InfoWarsStore.com. Thank you so much. Now take action.
Well, there you go. Support the Frog Prophet and support yourself. Good stuff from Alex Jones there. Breaking down the Russia stuff, talking about the nuclear stuff, the nuclear threat that is ever prevalent and ever increasing because we keep poking the fucking bear. We can't stop ourselves. We see a bear and we decide, you know what? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go poke it. We're like the crocodile hunter. Oh, crikey, that's a beautiful bear. I'm gonna wrestle it. I'm gonna go poke it with a stick. Makes perfect sense. That's why you got stung in the heart with a stingray, sir. Rest in peace, crocodile hunter. I miss you, Steve Irwin. Took him too soon. Crazy thing is, if he would have left the stinger in his heart, he probably wouldn't have died. But he ripped it out instinctually, and well, that pretty much did it. You're gonna bleed out now. Sad times. Sad times. Just took Yanni Fangs. Just took some rocket rest 35 minutes ago. Good night, y'all. Good night, Yanni Fangs. Thank you so much for being a supporter of this channel. Supporting the Dozer Den. It's admirable. Extremely chadly of you, sir. Appreciate you, bud. And stay safe. You're down there in Florida with a freaking hurricane, man. Be careful, man. Stay safe. Stay away from windows, I suppose, if it gets too crazy. Have a good one, bud. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for being a supporter of the channel. Much appreciated. Seeing Jacob Castro with a salute. What is up, sir? What is up? Appreciate you guys. Maybe if Joe probably is going to be wrapped up by the time I'm done. But if he's not, I'll throw a raid for however many people we have here on the stream. I'll send them over to the best Jew on the internet. Dershowitz is meh. Dershowitz is meh. There you go. Hell yeah. You support Alex too. Good on you, bud. Good on you. Good to see. Oi! Sully. Oi! Look at the size of that stingray! Let me go get a better look at it. I'm gonna touch it. Oh man, he put some good stuff out. His son's doing a good job of following in his footsteps. Never going to be as big as his dad, but he's doing good work from what I understand. I think they tried to make Bendy the next big thing, but I don't think people really, they just really didn't latch on to her. I don't think she's probably still huge in Australia, I bet. But yeah, and no shade towards her at all. Just kind of how it goes sometimes. But guys, it's don't let people stir you up into the red meat of, oh, we got to fight the Ruskies. No, we don't. And we shouldn't be. And we shouldn't be getting stirred up into the Iran thing. I think this ties into the Iran thing. I think this whole thing where Trump, God love him, but he's listening to the intel agencies talking about the freaking assassination attempts. And it's like, I really hope that he's not buying it hook, line, and sinker, because I think what's happening is they're stirring him up and thereby stirring the base up into being more readily eager for a conflict, a direct conflict with Iran, thereby Russia, thereby conflict with China. And it's not going to go well for us. It's not. Because even if we do go full out war, they're nuclear powers too. And one thing that we must consider is the pernicious nature of the domestic threat against Donald Trump. If there are Iranian-backed attempts or entities trying to take Trump out, let's get a good look at where their funding is coming from. Let's look at who's providing them support within. The threat within. That is what Trump needs to focus on. Yeah, you can acknowledge that there are international assets that are possibly going after you, but look who's inspiring and supporting them. Almost guarantee you there's somebody inside our own walls, metaphorical walls, because we clearly don't have a good physical wall. There's probably somebody on the inside within our own borders who is facilitating such a thing. Because they don't want Trump to get back into the White House. I firmly believe that there's going to be at least one more. There's going to be one more obvious attempt on Trump's life. Chemical attacks aside, that could be a thing, guys. That could be a thing. But I think there's going to be at least one more attack. and they're going to probably try to tie it to Iran. They tried to tie the first one to Iran. That one was clearly an op. The second one was just, they didn't give a fuck at that point. Either that or Ruth was just an asset that went rogue and fully was hook, line, and sinker. MK Ultra into believing fully what he was doing was good. Yeah, pallets of cash with Obama, and then unfreezing their assets. Under the Biden administration, 6 billion assets have allowed to flow freely. So, yeah, the Harris administration did. Biden hasn't done a fucking thing, guys. The whole thing, and I caught myself in the past couple of years when I'd be mad at Biden. I'm like, no, it's not Biden, it's the apparatus behind him. Part of that must have been Harris. She knew what the hell was going on, didn't she? The vapid cunt. But yeah, I'm suspicious of the Iran connection. I'll just say that. I'm not saying that they don't want Trump out, because he took out Soleimani, didn't he? And that made them a little salty. Ruth had help. Ruth absolutely had help. Yeah, his wife or his girlfriend or whatever in Hawaii that didn't have a job. She had just gotten fired from Victoria's Secret. She was the one supporting him. This guy literally had federal gun charges. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say a machine gun or an automatic weapon is a weapon of war. I think that's silly. I think you should be able to order nuclear weapons in the mail if you wanted to. According to the text of the Constitution, you should be able to. Now, do I really want someone to be able to order nuclear weapons? Probably not, because it's a bit of a public health issue. Don't do that. But you need to make an amendment to the second. You need to amend the Second Amendment if you want to clarify that people shouldn't have literal nuclear bombs in their garage. Because technically, according to the Second Amendment, we are supposed to be able to have the same level of weaponry as our military. To, I don't know, keep them in check if needed. But yes, Ruth had help. Ruth had Soleimani, he died like a dog, quivering in a corner, pissing his pants. Oh, Soleimani, stop crying. It'll be over soon. He died like a dog. Roof, roof, roof. Ooh, I think we got 50 people watching over on X. Thank you to the people watching on X. I sincerely appreciate you. Let me look. 45, 45, and 47. Yeah, there we go. That was a good transition. All right. Thanks for that, Sully. You set me off on a good impression. I like that one. That one's an easy one for me. But so don't buy into it though, guys. Don't, the whole Russian thing, and eventually, like I said, they're going to go ahead and eventually make a move. It's Baghdadi. Damn it, son of a bitch. Soleimani did die. Okay, so let me fix it. Big ass life. Thank you for the correction. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. He died like a dog, sitting in the corner, pissing his pants. Come on, Baghdadi. It's okay. You don't have to cry. Don't cry. Just die. All right. Thanks, Big Ass Life. I appreciate your correction. Yeah, that was Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. You are correct. Yeah, sometimes I get those names mixed up. Can't help it. I can't help it. I'm not familiar with them. Soleimani died pathetically too, so, but not like the dog. That was the Trump quote. God, that was good. Trump is such a Chad. He's such a damn Chad. Soleimani got a missile up his ass. Yeah. He took it right up the keister. A big missile, a big, beautiful American missile right up the keister. There we go. Oh, goodness. Next thing that we are going to talk about, we're going to roll into, speaking of taking up the keister, Eric Adams might be getting fucked by the federal government, guys. But before that, let's go ahead and get another ad read. A measly 64 cents. It escalated as do the nuclear talks. But the next sponsor of this episode of the Dozer Den, Rumble Premium. This sponsorship is from Rumble, one that is incredibly important to the survival of the company. When Rumble first started in 2013, they built the platform for the small creator. Picanha, very small. I don't know why I did an Italian accent for that. Picanha is Spanish. Excuse me. They didn't censor or have biases. They were fair and treated all creators equally. No one thought platforms would censor political conversations or censor opinions on COVID, but they did. Facebook admitted they fell to pressure from the Biden and Harris administration. Rumble did not. They held the line. They are attacked daily for giving us a voice to talk to you. They are attacked in corporate media. They are attacked by governments like France and Russia and Brazil. They are attacked from brand advertisers who refuse to work with them. Corporate America is fighting to remove speech. Rumble is fighting to keep it. Rumble won't survive with brand advertisers. They don't really get much of it. Watching our show on Rumble, the Dozer Den, is the most they can ask from you. But if you really believe in this fight, and if you have the means, that's very important. If you have the means, only then. One major way you can help Rumble survive is by joining Rumble Premium. Join the community that believes in the First Amendment and believes in our human right to free speech. Rumble is offering $10 off with the promo code STUDIO, capital STUDIO. When you purchase an annual subscription, go to rumble.com/premium and use promo code STUDIO. Like I said, if you have the means and believe in the cause, now is the time to join Rumble Premium. If you don't have the means, man, you know what? I'm just happy you're watching. Your eyes on this content matters. Thank you so much for watching here on the free speech platform known as Rumble. I have Rumble Premium. You get this lovely little check mark. I think it's a green check mark when you're commenting, so you get that, and you don't have to worry about ads when you subscribe with Rumble Premium. So that's a good thing. So yeah, give that a check it out. It's worth it, I think. So appreciate you guys hanging with me. We lost only a few viewers, only a few. Sully, très petite. They founded in Canada. Yep. That they did. Rumble was founded in Canada in 2013, and 2013 is when it started, so I would assume founded. I think originally Chris Pavlovsky said that like he wanted Rumble to be like the cat video kind of thing, but it took on a life of its own in 2019 with the COVID censorship, and I might have had an account before. I would need to go back and look and see when I actually created my Rumble account. But I've been on Rumble for a while. I was back in the early days of Rumble when it was. If you think there are issues with Rumble now, you don't even know. You don't even know how bad it was. It was rough. It was rough, guys. I do miss the plussy because you could pound the plussy. That was the like button. It was a plus. Smash the plussy. The plussy was handed around and multiple people, they hit it. They hit that plussy. Yes, I have the humor of a 13-year-old. You're welcome. Anyone remember Alert Pay? No, I don't. I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Slines. Elaborate. Elucidate me on such a topic as Alert Pay. I don't know what that is. I think I might have heard of it, but I don't know. Gene Bondano coming into the Dozer Den hot with a comment here. Checking in late. Happy to catch you live again, Bill Dozer. Smash that plus on the way in. Well, that's right. You smashed that plussy. I missed the plussy. Smash that like button, guys, if you haven't already. Follow the channel if you haven't created a Rumble account, because I know that there are people watching later. If we're getting thousands of views, I know there's somebody who doesn't have a Rumble account. And if you don't, please, I beg of you, please create a Rumble account. That way you can get in the chat and have fun times. Do it for the Dozer Den. Do it for yourself. Don't just do it for me. Don't just do it for the people in chat. Don't do it just for the Dozer Den, all right? Do it for you, because you matter. You're worth an account here on Rumble, damn it. You're worth making your voice be heard. Salty saying, coming in hot as well. What's up, Salty? Excuses? What excuses? What's up? Let's see, slide a Canadian alt to PayPal. Oh, Alert Pay. Huh. Interesting. No, I don't think I've ever heard of that. I might have heard of it from Crowder once. I think he might have mentioned it once. But do it for America. That's right. Oh gosh, there we go. Do it for America. Subscribe. 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 Do the things. All the things. Glad to see you, Salty Saiyan. Glad to see you. Thanks for joining, buddy. Thanks for joining. Oh, it's been a show so far. It's been a show. Talk to text can't say Italian. I'm confused. I'm very confused. I have to look in the Rumble chat to see what you posted there for the comment. Oh, wow. We got a lot of comments here. Thank you, guys. Oh, the talk to text can't say Italian. It's Italiano. JJR said it's Mario time. It's me, Mario. Bob the Poopy. Yes. Yes, it happened. Am I ashamed? No, there's no shame here. No shame in the Dozer Den. Glad to have all the Komatsus in chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I already know I can't look away from the train. Can't look away from the train, right? Oh, it is what it is. It is what it is. Speaking of train wreck, Eric Adams, guys. Eric Adams is getting wrecked by the federal government. Now, does Eric Adams probably deserve scrutiny, deserve prosecution? Yeah, he probably does. But we have to acknowledge that the timing of the magnifying glass application was mighty convenient. He started speaking out against the illegal aliens, and then nobody there, the Harris administration, DOJ, Department of Injustice, rather. There's no justice about this department anymore. It needs to be abolished. Abolish the fucking FBI, the CIA, the DOJ, the ATF, and the Department of Education. Fuck them all. IRS, too. I forgot the IRS. Those bastards. How crazy is it? The Kamala Harris wins on X crowed about the IRS union endorsing Kamala Harris. Are you shitting me? That's not something to brag about. That's something that you should be fucking sad about. You should be ashamed. You should feel shame. But they don't feel shame. They can't, because it's not in them to feel shame. They like it. They wallow in it. You've been seeing Salty Saiyan everywhere. Jacob Castro said, I've seen this mofo just about everywhere since first thing this morning, 14 hours ago. Salty, you getting around? Are you getting around, Salty? You cruising the chats? You chat hopping? Been doing that every now and then. It happens. DC. Oh, fuck. Spicy. I agree. Except for the innocents. There are some innocent people there. I don't want them to be gone. Vaporized into nothingness. Oh, okay, Miss Minimel. I have to correct what I said. I guess this must have been on a Sully stream last night. I have to correct what I said last night. I'm becoming more and more of a conspiracy theorist by the minute. Oh, God bless you, Miss Minimel. I'm glad to have you. Here's the thing. You're not a conspiracy theorist, or at least I'm not. Because that would indicate that I'm, a bit kooky, crazy. There's no evidence behind it. Rather, here's how we phrase it, how I phrase it. And if you want to phrase it like this, you can. Take it from me. I stole it from somebody else. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conspiracy analyst. Because conspiracies are, I think, by definition, something like two or three or more people covertly planning or organizing something to subvert, essentially. So there are conspiracies all the time. All right. Now, conspiracy theory is a term that was popularized by literally the CIA after the JFK assassination to smear and discredit those that would dare question the narrative of that magical bullet, right? So, a little bit of a brief history on conspiracy theories for you there, Miss Minimel. But glad to have you on board. We're conspiracy analysts here in the Dozer Den. In our Komatsus, our killdozers. Yeah, one at a time. It was like that on every social media. You guys are hitting it up in chat. Chat is on fire, guys. It's on fire. I like to see it. Pulled my groin. Just got online. Is Dozer done? What? No. I'm still streaming. What are you talking about? Is Dozer done streaming? You might need to refresh. Is Dozer done streaming? Let me make sure I'm still going on Rumble. I'm still going. I'm not sure what's going on. Pulled my groin. By the way, I hope your groin's feeling better. I know it was pulled a few weeks ago, but I hope you're better. No, I'm still on right now. I hope you can't hear me though. I'm saying that. Somebody, let me put in the chat. Boom. There. Hopefully you see that. Oh, it was just showing the frog. That frog, by the way, if you guys like that thumbnail, that was me playing with Grok, okay? The AI on X. I typed in Alex Jones as Frog Prophet, and that is the gift that was given to me. And to you, the people. So, you're welcome. Thank you to the AI gods. I loved that. I was so excited when I saw that. I'm like, this is perfect. This is what I need. No sound. What? I'm so confused. Frozen, no sound. You might need to... Gimbandano. You might need to refresh. You might need to refresh. I'm watching it on the phone, and it shows that things are going fine. Huh. I don't know. There's some stuff going on. Oh, JK, you bastard. Gene Bondano. Okay. I hate you so much. No. But oh man. So we're gonna roll into the Eric Adams story. You guys got me. You got me squirreling. I'm squirreling, guys. I'm not going for 3 hours. We got 2 more topics, but it can't happen tonight. Got an 8 a.m. meeting. I have to get to sleep a little bit earlier than 3 o'clock in the morning. I figured it out. I was watching the chat. All right. Let's go ahead and start talking a little bit more about Eric Adams. Eric Adams, I think, is probably dirty, like I said, but we have to look at the motivations of the current administration. Somebody dared step out of line, stepped out of the narrative, and spoke against what they were doing. The replacement of the native population with illegal aliens. That's what the plan is. That is what the plan is. It's all good, Gene Mondano, dude. I'm just playing. You're good, man. You're good. I appreciate the honoriness. Oh my gosh. So the JJR, the Dozer Den is on fire. That's right. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. There you go. So Adams has been indicted, and he actually came out with a statement. Let me see if I bookmarked this. I think I did. Scrolling. Keep scrolling on. Bookmarks. Oh, I found the thing that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about here in a little bit. I also got an amazing clip of Ricada. Somebody posted in something not even related. It was Isabella DeLuca. She's an thought. She's an internet thought. I don't care. She's got the cross on her, but my God, woman, you're just trying to get attention, putting those fucking sweater puppies out there all the time and dressing like you do and post. You're just asking for attention, which God bless you. God bless you. You got breasts. Awesome. They're nice. That's great. But don't act like you're some hoity-toity conservative and like uppity. Like you're not. And that's okay. I'm not mad at you for it. What I'm mad at for is disingenuousness. And it's disingenuous to act like you're some goody two-shoes when you're putting the sweater puppies out there like that. Oh, I'm just making cinnamon rolls at midnight. Jiggle. Fuck off. Just come on now. Sorry. Isabella DeLuca. She's a person on X that gets a lot of attention for being, well, for being pretty. And God bless her for having, being gorgeous. Good for her. But don't act like you're a goody two-shoes. And, just don't put on that whole, just don't. Just be you. And that's fine. That's cool. Gene Mondano says, I could use some sweater puppies. Or sweater pups. Thanks. Okay, I'm bringing it up. Since I mentioned it. I have to bring it up. Okay. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. This is what got me. This is a tangent. Bear with me. We're going to look at it, though. me see if I can get this. So maybe it'll pull it up. There it was. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this right here. Let me get a little bit bigger. We're just making cinnamon rolls. Making cinnamon rolls, guys, at midnight because my sister asked for them. Stir, stir, stir. And I mean, clearly, what's on display, and that's okay.
And what you love,
the cross, guys. Jesus cross.
And what you love.
She knows why, and it gets attention, and God bless her for it. But also, don't act like a goody two-shoes. I don't appreciate people that are being disingenuous. But the Ricada clip that came up from this, go away. That is not what I wanted. Ah! Why do I suck? Oh my God. Yes, I know. Okay, here we go. So this was the clip that somebody posted. This guy, Legal Seagull. Legal Seagull posted this. And
nice tits.
Just.
Nice tits. Nice tits. Nice tits. Nice tits.
Okay. There it was. There it was. I had to do it. I had to do it. I was talking about it. It had to happen. You guys understand? Yes, exactly. You guys get where I'm coming from, all right? I don't know if she was on the Rubin Report or not. I stopped watching Dave Rubin a while back. Not hating on you if you do watch him. I agree. But no, I like a lot what he says, but also interesting things and stuff. I could say some things that are a little bit spicy, but I'm not going to. I'll let Elijah Schaefer say it. But there, that clip from Ricada, clip it if you want from my stream. It is... Is that a legal opinion? Ah! Evidently it is. Came from a non-practicing lawyer, guys. Yes. Okay, you guys had some fun. The tatas were on stream. Just doing what my leadership shows me. Oh no. Bobs get likes. They do. The bobs. Show bobs, get likes. It's a simple, algorithm there. No, salty. All right, you know what? You're throwing shade. I get it. I appreciate it. But no, she's a pretty lady. But that was a good Ricada clip, though. That little brief snippet, 3 seconds. Man, he was looking rough. Ricada is looking a lot better. In the last Locals exclusive, he's looking a lot better. God bless him. Did his little thing with the recovery thing and hopefully learned something and is able to chill a little bit. But yeah, agreed. Yeah. But that little clip from Ricada was golden. Golden. 'Tis gold. Salty saying dating a chick that was smoking hot looked better than a 20-year-old Courtney Cox. Ooh, good for you. Oh, you dated. Well, good for you in the past. Salty saying. God, we went off on a tangent there, y'all. We're at 2 hours. Let's go ahead and I was trying to find Eric Adams's comment in response to this, but I don't think I have it. Oh, son of a gun. Oh, before I forget that. All right, I've got to play this. I mentioned this earlier in the stream. To those of you who were here at the start of the stream, I gushed for about 10 minutes about my concert experience. Somebody who has a spicy stream, so I'm going to not expand. Well, maybe I can. Yeah, I can do this, probably. I'm going to have my finger on the escape button so I don't show any of the stuff that was there. But she got the greatest video because there was a point where a bug was up on stage and Ronnie Radke got distracted by the bug. And let me share it really quick here. And the audience did something amazing. This is 14,000 people. here at the Hollywood Amphitheater in St. Louis, Missouri. And Big Bug got up on stage, and someone said, "Fuck that bug." And then, well, the audience took it from there.
Oh my God, ew, it's huge. You guys have giant bugs here? Huh? Yeah, fuck that bug, yeah, sure. You guys are happy. You guys are happy. Hey, hey,
Bug. Whoa. That's the kind of vibe that we had going on there. That's the kind of vibe that was going on at the concert. That was organic, beautiful. Just fuck that bug. Yeah, that was good. It was a great show, guys. It was a great show. I'm still riding a bit of an endorphin high. And Ronnie Radke liked one of my comments on his posts about it. So, yeah, I fangirled. Ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Flamethrower. Speaking of flamethrower, I'm going to probably pull that up here. I'll pull it up later. There was a lot of fire at the concert. They had some awesome pyrotechnics. I was going to try to find this clip. Okay, so I obviously am not going to have one from Eric Adams, his statement. You know what? Fuck his statement. But I do have an article that I want to read through from, I think it's from the AP again. Hopefully it's a little bit better and a little bit more measured than the one against Alex Jones. Flamethrower. Not gay, though. Well, that's good. Glad to hear that, Salty. But if you were, I'd still love you. I mean, come on. I don't really give a shit. I honestly don't care if somebody's gay. As long as you don't fuck with kids, I don't care. Do you? You wanna? I don't care what genitals you like. Just don't tell me about it. Don't crow about it. Why? Just act like every other normal person that likes relations with people. Why do you have to be weird and have a whole month and have a parade about whatever person you want to be with? I think it's silly. Just be normal. Why can't you be normal? All right, so let's go ahead and read through this brief-ish, probably, article from the AP U.S. News yet again about Eric Adams. The Fed boys, they charge New York City mayor with selling his influence to foreign nationals. He says he won't resign. It's the first time that a sitting New York mayor has been indicted, by the way. Interesting stuff. Yeah, the monkeypox month needs to go away too. You don't need it. You just don't need it. So he won't resign. New York AP. New York City Mayor Eric Adams vowed to stay in office on Thursday after federal prosecutors unsealed an indictment accusing him of letting Turkish officials and business people buy his influence with illegal campaign contributions and lavish overseas trips. Adams, a Democrat. Why don't you go ahead and say a black man too, huh? Well, it matters every other fucking time y'all talk about shit. Say it. Say a black man too. You guys are going after a black man. You're selectively prosecuting a black man. Good job. Party of the KKK. Good job. Going after a black man because he got in power. That's what it is, isn't it? Fuck off. Faces conspiracy, wire fraud, and bribery charges in a 5-count indictment outlining a decade-long trail of corruption that began when he served as an elected official in Brooklyn and continued through his mayoral administration. Among other things, prosecutors say Adams received free and steeply discounted flight upgrades valued at more than $100,000, free stays in opulent hotel suites, and expensive meals, as well as campaign contributions from straw donors, some of which helped him qualify for more than $10 million in matching public campaign funds. Gosh darn. He may have been tied to the diddler. It's a possibility. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Apparently. Let's hope there's not many of those going around, but Lord knows there are. You got that one. Adams says, I want to be clear. These upgrades and freebies were not part of some... Okay, wait, never mind. This is not from Adams. This is from the office, I guess, investigating. I want to be clear. These upgrades and freebies were not part of some frequent flyer or benefits program available to the general public, U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said at a news conference. This was a multi-layer scheme to buy favor from a single New York City official on the rise. In exchange for the bribes, Adams took actions that appeared to benefit Turkey's leaders, including expediting the fire safety inspection at a consulate building and not releasing a statement on Armenian Genocide Remembrance Day, according to the indictment. I might have to be a little bit quieter, guys. I might need to get a little bit closer to the microphone because the boy is screaming on the other side of the wall, and the wife is not going to be happy with me for that. He's been doing that. He's been waking up and hollering around this time of night anyways, though. I think he's got some teeth, big molars cutting in. I agree, Miss Minimel. He didn't kill himself. Oh, he's mad. He's literally pulled McGroin. Diddy is literally on the same floor as Epstein. Just wait for the cameras to fail. Just wait. I think he's in the same cell as Sam Bankman-Fried. I don't think that Sam Bankman-Fried is doing much talking. He's probably got his mouth full. Yeah. Ooh, man, he's mad. Go away. Why are... No, where's an X? Let me exit out of this, you son of... Guys. Ooh, the boy is angry. I don't know if you guys can hear him hollering, but he is hollering. Oh, guys, okay, I'm boomering. Shouldn't there be an X here? Shouldn't there be an X? Why is this in the way of my freaking article? Go away. Go away. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second here. Salty, I really hope that didn't happen. That's horrible. That dude was abused, like legit. And then I guess was told to do it to other people. Damn. I'm glad I missed that Hodge Twins episode. Gene Bondano, that's nuts. Yes, indeed. God damn it. Guys, I don't know how to get rid of this. I'm going to have to probably close this out and then open it again because stupid AP... I'm away. No. You got my click. Are you happy? And it's still there. Bastards. Let's do a refresh. All right, article. Stop spazzing out. Whoa. Let's see. Where were we? Okay, there we go. We found it. We found it. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Salty saying that is a great point. When you watch the performance of Bieber doing Lonely, yeah, no wonder. They took that kid and trafficked him, and his parents should suffer the consequences for it, probably. Unless I guess they were threatened, but I would fight to the death for my family. So, no, you know what? They need to suffer. His parents need to suffer for selling him into sex slavery to these disgusting degenerates. Salty, that would be cool. Crowder and the Hodge twins hanging out. I haven't seen the Hodge twins on Ladder with Crowder in a while. They're kind of doing their own thing. They're still part of Ladder with Crowder, I think, or Mugclub, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah. All right, so in exchange for the bribes, we already read that part. Adams had a duty to disclose gifts he received, but year after year kept the public in the dark, the U.S. attorney said. Speaking outside Gracie Mansion, Adams denied wrongdoing and said he doesn't plan to resign, flanked by prominent black clergy members. Oh, now you mentioned black again. Okay. Adams, who is the city's second black mayor, lashed out at federal prosecutors and suggested he had been unfairly targeted. Why didn't you put that at the start of your article, AP? Why didn't you mention his blackness at the start of the article? Because it doesn't matter to you. It doesn't really matter to you. When it's convenient, you put it at the front. When it's inconvenient, you're going to hide it in the article and mention it later. I ask New Yorkers to wait to hear our defense before. I can't do his accent, actually. I'm not even going to try. I mean, I need a little bit of a different type of vocal cord setup, I suppose. I asked New Yorkers to wait to hear our defense before making any judgments. He said, "From here, my attorneys will take care of the case, so I can take care of the city." Adams's arraignment was scheduled for noon on Friday before Magistrate Judge Catherine. I hate the way that's spelled. I absolutely detest the spelling of Catherine in this instance. Katharine. Why on earth is there an A there? Yeah. Nope. I'm not okay with it. Catherine Parker, the indictment brought a stunning crescendo to the drumbeat of federal investigations that has engulfed the mayor and his top aides in recent weeks, prompting resignations from his police commissioner, school's chancellor, and top legal advisor. While Adams faced calls to resign from Republicans and several of his likely opponents in next June's mayoral primary, top Democrats such as Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Democrat Leader Hakeem Jeffries stopped short of asking him to step down and instead said the legal process should play out. They know what they're doing. Governor Kathy Hochul has the power to remove Adams from office. In a statement Thursday, she said she's considering the option. I expect the mayor to take the next few days to review the situation and find an appropriate path forward to ensure the people of New York are being well served by their leaders. That's her passive aggressive way of saying he better step down or she's going to make him step down. Just keeping the black man down, aren't you? If Adams were to resign, he would be immediately replaced by Jumani Williams, a progressive Democrat who serves as the city's public advocate. Williams would then schedule a special election. In a statement Thursday, Williams said Adams' time to show he can effectively govern and regain the city's trust is rapidly running out. Oh, he's done. He's done, guys. They're gonna get him. Yeah, I just hacked up a little piece of slobber there. That happened. Thank God it's the minimized screen. You didn't see it. It never happened. I'm just waxing aimlessly about this. Oh my goodness. Google knows I'm white. What does that mean? Great Steve Irwin impression earlier. Can I do a Rashida Tlaib? Slopper Tlaib. Rashida Tlaib. I guess the best I would have is the sexism. That's all I got. I haven't listened much to her because I can't stand that bitch. I can't stand most of the squad, so I try to avoid listening to them. I could maybe do a little bit of AOC, maybe. Nobody is illegal. Okay? They're legal asylees. That's the best AOC I got. I don't know. I'd have to listen to Rashida Tlaib talk a little bit more to try to even try to do an impression. That's generally how I try. I fiddle with impressions sometimes when I hear somebody a lot. So the only one that I can't really do an impression of is Crowder. Crowder has a voice that is just like, I mean, maybe it's because he's got one of those voices that he does so many impressions. He's got like the neutral voice. I can't really do a good Crowder. That's one that I've listened to for a while, but I can't pin his voice down very well. But anyways, she spits the whole time she talks. That's what that was. That's the spit. Okay. The Trump impression's good too. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Glad you guys enjoy it. Voice is getting a little bit tired now, though, guys. Getting a little bit tired. It's still recovering from the concert. We're going to play a clip from the concert later, by the way. If you were talking about fire, Salty saying, I've got fire to show you later. Adams spent 22 years in New York City's police department before going into politics, first as a state senator, then as a Brooklyn borough president, a largely ceremonial position, but one that gave him a springboard to run for mayor in 21. FBI agents initially seized Adams' electronic devices nearly a year ago as part of an investigation focused on campaign contributions during his mayoral run, as well as Adams' interactions with the Turkish government and the Turkish American business community. Since then, he has been asked repeatedly at news conferences about his frequent global trips over the years and who paid for them. Adams said there was nothing nefarious about his trips and that he never did anything improper in exchange for campaign money. But prosecutors allege that Adams sought and accepted illegal contributions funneled to his campaign through an unnamed official in the Turkish diplomatic establishment. The official arranged for Adams and his companions to receive free or discounted travel on Turkey's national airline to destinations including France, China, Sri Lanka, India, Hungary, and Turkey. The indictment contends. By the way, guys, this doesn't mean that these are necessarily facts. Okay, these are alleged facts. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I think he's probably guilty of these things. I do. That's just my assumption. But again, a year ago. They started looking into this a year ago, apparently, shortly after he came out against the Harris administration's policy on dropping off illegals inside the country. So it's mighty convenient. It's selective prosecution, and it needs to be called out for such, even if we don't like Adams. We have to call out the bullshit when it's happening, even if it's to the people we don't like. So I'm going to be consistent. That's just me. Let's see. Additionally, Adams sought contributions from foreign officials who are banned by law from donating to U.S. political candidates, then compounded his gains by gaming the city's matching funds program, which provides a generous match for small dollar donations, prosecutors allege. In total, his campaign received more than $10 million dollars in matching public funds, which are only supposed to be available to candidates who play by the rules, according to the indictment. Might have to look for a damn lozenge or something. Give me a second. It's a little goodie bag for my my work trip. We got a mint. There we go. Adams is a turkey. What I was trying to do is stop the COVID. The COVID was really bad for everybody. I don't know. I'd have to listen to a little bit more Eric Adams, really, but that's the closest I got for him. Everybody knows that I love my city, and I was trying to protect them from the COVID, and all of these trips were completely above board. I don't know. That was so-so. No, I don't want to watch The View. My God. Absolutely not. I'm not doing it. Oh, Jumanji. Who's Jumanji? Well. Let's see. 10 million in funds. They're supposed to be available to candidates who play by the rules, read the indictment. September 21, he was told by a Turkish official it was time to repay him for the contributions and benefits by pressuring the fire department to facilitate the opening of the consulate without a fire inspection. In time for a visit by Turkey's president, according to prosecutors. That request would have been a few months before Adams took office, but after it was clear he would become mayor. Even after a fire department official warned that major defects at the consulate building had left it unsafe to occupy, Adams pushed safety officials to allow it to open. Days later, Adams relayed news of the approval to the Turkish official, who called Adams a true friend to Turkey. The indictment states, Adams responded, "You are my brother. I am here to help." You are my brother. I am here to help. Did you guys see him walking by a big stash of weed? Picked up a bag and just took a big freaking whiff of it. Big whiff of it. Come on, man. Oh my God. All right. Let me see. It sounds like there's just a bunch of interactions between the Turkish officials and himself. They're going to continue with the investigations. Prosecutors will be leading multiple separate inquiries involving Adams and his senior age. Oh, they're going after the people underneath him as well. Campaign, fundraising, and influence. In the last 2 weeks alone, the police commissioner said the police commissioner and schools chancellor have resigned. Neither has been charged with a crime or publicly accused of wrongdoing in early September. Federal investigators seized devices from the police commissioner, schools chancellor, 2 deputy mayors, and other trusted Adams confidants. So, yeah, there you go. There that is. It is what it is. I think it's mighty convenient looking at the timing. Just to be honest. I think there's a little bit more going on there. So, all right. Next thing that we're going to look up is speaking of New York, we're going to stay with New York topics, and we are going to watch the second installment from Mugclub, VarmaGate. He went on to talk more and more. These canaries, they sing. They sing for Mugclub's Undercover lovely ladies, apparently. I know I bookmarked this, and if I didn't, I am disappointed in me. Son of a biscuit. I did not. Huh. Damn. Let me find it. Doing some internet cruising. Just going to pull up Crowder here. Don't need the Part 2 full report. No. I thought there was more to it than 2 minutes. Let me see. Let me pull up Crowder. I'm going to scroll through Crowder's really. Oh, look at you. Look at you, pulled McGroin. You are a Chad. You were quicker on the draw than I was. I appreciate you, brother. Undercover Part 2. It goes to YouTube. Okay, we'll do it. We'll watch it. He's thinking with the wrong head. Yeah, he definitely was. He was flexing. Yeah, we can't do that. Thanks for sharing that, but that I think is the entire link. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's the whole thing. He posted a clip on his X, so I'm going to go back to the X and see if I can't find his let's see, there's a 2-minute one. I thought they had a longer clip. If not, we'll just watch the 2-minute one because Joe Rogan played it too, and which is pretty big that Joe Rogan's talking about his second, first and second one about Varma. Maybe it was only two minutes. Because I know their thunder got stolen a little bit by Siga firing the guy before they could do part 2. 2-minute clip. All right, well, let's bring it up. This is what we got here. I will go ahead and he wanted to get effed, and now he did. Wow, he did. Yeah, he did. He got fucked. He got fucked hard. Crowder got him. Crowder's doing the James O'Keefe thing, like Rogan said. Let me pull it up here. We'll go ahead and read through this post here from Crowder. So, breaking. New York City's COVID orgy kingpin reveals he was hired by pharmaceutical company Siga to help sell monkeypox drug T-Pox. Details media spin scheme to ensure investors don't dump company's worthless stock. Says disease primarily impacting gay community is not a problem for the United States, despite World Health Organization's emergency declaration. Because what can they do with emergency declarations? They can stomp on your fucking rights, guys. That's what they do with these emergency declarations. It's a thing that we should never allow it again. So many people will, because they're fucking idiots. We want the Food and Drug Administration and the FDA to approve our drugs specifically for monkeypox. And right now, it's only considered experimental, and they want to prove it based on this study. We also need to keep... okay, those are just quotes from him that I think he says in this 2-minute clip. So I'm going to pull it up and play it for you guys instead of just reading his words. So... Oh, that is so quiet.
But it's not going to spread among the general population. It's almost certainly going to stay primarily among gay men. Honestly, in the United States, the risk is very low. It's only primarily transmitted among gay men. It basically got into the sexual networks of gay men, and a lot of gay men have tons and tons of sexual partners, and often don't use condoms. And so as a result.
Thanks, Paul McGroin. I will actually scroll to that and go ahead and play at the 26-minute mark. But let's pull it up. Thank you, dude. Look at this. Look at this. We've got teamwork, guys. We got teamwork. It makes the dream work. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I don't know if you guys can even hear me right now. You couldn't see me, but you probably could hear me. 26-minute mark. Let's do some scrolling. Bam. Bam. All right. Pull it up. Go away. All right. All right. Let's go. Thanks. Appreciate you, Paul McGroin, for telling me where to find this so we can get a little bit more fleshed out analysis of this. Let's hand it over to Crowder.
Thank you very much. You have to go.
It's when we use that term private sector. You guys have heard the term swamp? CDC, New York COVID architects. Now I go work for a company in the private sector. You know, a small mom and pop shop. By the way, Albany's gross. Talk about elitism.
Yeah, he's right there, but go ahead.
Yeah. But he doesn't mention, we'll get to the giant government contract.
If I could watch Nick DiPaolo's show more like live, I would. But I just, when it first comes out, and then I forget about it. I feel bad because I like Nick DiPaolo, but I just don't ever watch his show.
That's right, where I'm willing to bet he probably has some contacts and allies there. So first, let's address this. SIGA, as he describes it, who have fired him unceremoniously because of what you're about to see. He describes them as a small pharmaceutical company. Their market cap is $500 million. So compared to Pfizer, yeah, sure. Small, it's not. You would picture. To get the picture, Varma then goes on to explain that his company was working on an antiviral treatment for monkeypox and describes how the disease actually works.
We're working on is not necessarily an infection. We're working on a drug for disease called monkeypox. Remember, there's a big outbreak a couple years ago, mostly spread among gay men and stuff like that. Honestly, in the United States, the risk is very low. It's only primarily transmitted among gay men. It basically got into the sexual networks of gay men, and a lot of gay men have tons and tons of sexual partners, and often don't use condoms. And so as a result, it spreads more. But it doesn't spread very often. There is some spread between men and women in Africa, but it's mostly among sex workers. And for a disease like this, which kind of like gives you ugly rashes all over your body, people will like want to get treated. Yeah. Whereas in COVID, it's a little harder because it's kind of like, oh, it feels like a cold. Do I really need a medication? Yeah. For to treat this disease, so it's a virus that you get, and it causes bumps all over your body. Monkeypox. Monkeypox. What's the drug called? It's called tecovirimat or TPOX. Is the name of it. TPOX. Yeah. So they just did a big global announcement about monkeypox because there's a bunch of cases in Africa and stuff, and so there was a
Who did a global announcement?
The World Health Organization did an announcement about a public health emergency. It's like all over the news and stuff, and they want to stop it from spreading around the world. So that's going to make people sick because there's going to be another outbreaks of it, but it's not going to spread among the general population. Almost certainly going to stick primarily with men, maybe some women. Okay. I'm very comfortable being around other men, two men.
It's going to stay within gay men. It's an STD amongst the gay men. That's what monkeypox is. People that are paying attention have been calling it what it is. It's an STD that primarily stays among gay men. And oh man, when the last time it popped up, conveniently it disappeared whenever they down monkeypox with kids and dogs. Makes you fucking think, doesn't it?
And a woman and stuff like that. I don't get turned on by other men, but I don't get turned off. So I've had men kind of play with me and stuff like that, and I feel totally comfortable with it. And there are times it feels good because there's sort of like a different type of energy, but it's not. But it has to be in the right mindset. I have to be frank. But I'm very comfortable with it, and it's super fun, and it's actually really fun to be with two guys in one. It's like super. I'd rather
He's gay.
But it's really
He's
fun
gay
and
or at
stuff
least
like
bi.
that. Yeah. No, it's super fun and stuff like that. And to also be able to like turn somebody on like that. I have a. All right, I'll be telling too much.
Said no heterosexual man ever. And that's not judging. I've just never heard a man who likes women described as being played with by another man as fun. He says it's a different energy. Yes, it's called gay energy.
Especially on a second date.
Yes.
Jesus, open up a little more, why don't you?
And is it super relevant? Yes, because we were talking about monkeypox, and you may not remember, but at one point in time, many of you were sold a false bill of goods that it could be potentially the next pandemic, that it was one to look out for. And sometimes people were silenced as though it was hateful. If you said, well, it seems like it's spreading exclusively in a subset of the population, which can similarly be said about AIDS. And you were not allowed to discuss that. That's not at all to say that anyone deserves it or you hate a portion of the population. That is to say, hey, if you are going to deal with a problem, you need to be accurate in assessing it. That's the problem with cancel culture, political correctness, is if it doesn't allow you to identify the problem due to these arbitrary, ever-changing rules, well, then guess what? It opens the door for charlatans, for potentially snake oil salesmen. So he, meaning Jay Varma, was tasked with Siga's drug TPOXX, okay? And he was tasked with sort of bringing this...
Big ass life. You see, I'm glad you clarified, because when you made this comment, I definitely read it as, queers are sick, man. Yeah. Totally sick.
And making it viable or desirable to the United States government as a treatment for smallpox. So he's a salesman who likes being played with by men. Let's see his sales pitch for the company Siga, who he worked for then, but have since fired him. And this is about accuracy and honesty in dealing with diseases or really any situation that has consequences for Americans. The truth is where you do have to start.
Siga's primary, commercial product is a drug that's used to treat a disease that doesn't exist right now, smallpox. But it's critical for governments to be concerned about this because we know we are in a new age of pandemics. We'll have meetings with people in Congress or in government or something because we're trying to sell our drugs to them a lot of times.
Like what drugs?
So the same drug that we make is also used for, there's a disease called smallpox, which was eradicated from the earth, in the 1970s through vaccines.
Okay.
But it was some countries developed it as a biological weapon, you can spread it through the air to kill people. So we sell it to the U.S. government, and sell this drug to the U.S. government and to other governments, kind of as an insurance. So they have a stockpile, and so a lot of times we have to go and meet and have to scare people and say, this is you're gonna die if you don't make sure we have enough of the drugs.
I'm kind of a health freak, so now I'm nervous. I'm like, what?
Well, that's what it's talking about.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, what are we in for? Is that the next pandemic?
No, I don't think it's super likely, but it's also.
I'm just going to go ahead and say this dude's mannerisms. This dude's very gay. I think he might be in a relationship with his wife out of convenience. This guy's very gay. Which, honestly, I don't care. Just, like I said, keep it to yourself. Don't mess with kids. Don't mess with animals. Obviously, a lot of them do. That's a problem. They might want to police themselves a little bit better.
So, it's not impossible, right?
Yeah.
And so what I tell them is that, look, if you want to be prepared, it's not super expensive to stockpile a drug and just keep it just in case there's some event. Some company, Russia, made this as a potential weapon so they could, put it in a missile and spray it over the air. So we can't test it on humans because no human has the disease.
Right.
So we've only tested it on monkeys and other things like that.
So to be clear, he says it's not very expensive for the U.S. government. What he means by that is in 2018, SIGA got a $472 million contract from the U.S. government, your taxpayer dollars, for TPOXX as a smallpox treatment. And unfortunately, when you watch this, it validates a lot of concerns that people have had regarding whether it's considered experimental treatment or perhaps relationships between those working with big pharmaceutical companies and government. You see this and you see someone who says he worked for the CDC for 20 years, and now just a paltry $472 million contract with the U.S. government. Here's what's really important. When we talk about smallpox, that's what this contract is for. TPOXX has only been tested, by the way, for efficacy in animals. It was tested simply for safety in humans. Okay, so they don't have a test that shows that TPOXX actually works for smallpox. There hasn't been that kind of a test. It was tested clinically for monkeypox for efficacy in humans. The problem there is the studies were not good.
That's live. Holy shit. Tuesday night used to be Asian hooker night for me. It was a lot of fun, but expensive. Just Tuesday? Tuesday was the night, huh? Good God. Oh, that was good.
Showed that it didn't work, and we'll get into that in a little bit. There wasn't the improvement that one would need. So you have a drug that has been studied to see if it works for monkeypox. Studies show it doesn't get a passing grade. Then a huge government contract for smallpox, even though it's not been tested in humans for efficacy, and you paid for it. And none of that stopped Jay Varma from trying to convince buyers at the FDA.
So we want the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, to approve our drugs specifically for monkeypox. And right now it's only considered experimental. And they won't approve it based on this study. Why did they design it the wrong way? Yes. I wasn't part of the company. My boss wasn't part of the company. They weren't thinking about this disease. They were thinking about a whole other different disease called smallpox. And this was part of my conference call. So then it was like us screaming, like, why the fuck did they design this study?
Wait, so is the emergency use authorization going to happen? Will it go through?
We haven't even decided if we're going to submit for it yet. You have to do it a certain way. If you don't do it a certain way, then they won't approve a drug. The governments that regulate it, they think that if you analyze it and you have what's called a secondary outcome, it's not as valid. And they don't want to like buy the drug and do things for it. So the problem was the study was designed in a way which we didn't design to be for all patients. It should have been designed to study for people who come in really early. Anyway, it's a little geeky, but basically the problem is we're stuck with like, our drug, it definitely looks like it works, but the people that we need to buy it are not going to be as confident in it because the data doesn't look as strong as it would have if we were designed in a different way. And so my boss is trying to figure out that she's the money person.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be the thinker.
Well, I mean, so is that how it works though? Like if the study doesn't go the way that
You
we
try
want,
to do another study. Yeah. If you believe the drug works. So sometimes you do a study and nothing works at all. Or people get really sick from it.
Yes,
if you do another study, it'll take a year or two to do it. Because you got to like get ethics approval, you got to get money, you got to get patients come in.
I mean, is it a moneymaker, the emergency use?
Well, it depends. It's not that many patients have the disease, which is why my CEO has to decide, is it worth it? Because if there's only a few thousand cases in the United States,
right,
does it really make sense to do another study that's going to cost $10 million or to do?
Okay.
If you're not going to make that much money on the other hand?
How many days do you need to get in?
Within 7 days is what we found, yeah, which kind of makes sense after having the rash. And actually, the earlier you start it, the better your outcomes are. But unfortunately, they designed the study because it was in the middle of a humanitarian crisis. They hospitalized all the patients so they can give them food and wound care. But as a result, it turns out they got actually better just by getting that, whereas most of the patients don't actually get that stuff. So it's not a real world comparison, right? If you imagine like everybody was getting treated better. So,
I want you to take this in context.
So they Okay, so Crowder's going to probably go through this and probably do the same thing I'm going to do, but I'm going to skip Crowder's commentary on this. So, God forbid they actually get medical care and it fixes the issue, and they don't need a fucking medication. They can just do simple medical care and fix it without an extra special medication that costs millions of fucking dollars. That's what happened. That's what this guy just said. That's what Varma just said. So, you don't hate Big Pharma enough. I'm going to skip through. He goes another 10 minutes. First of all, we don't have time. We're supposed to wrap this up in about 2.5 hours, and we're at 2:44, so we're a little bit longer than I wanted to go tonight. Let's go to this next part here and listen to a little bit more.
And so that's literally what I've been explaining. I was like on phone calls and work stuff all day and getting interviewed by media from different angles and things like that. And yeah. So I know the reporters well.
Who's the writer?
Apurva Mandavali. She's a health reporter for the New York Times. I have contacts to everybody kind of at any level in the health world, and including particularly globally. Like I have a lot of I can contact all the people who head the World Health Organization. They all know me, and I'm on a big advisory committee for the World Health Organization, how to protect outbreaks around the world. For the work I do, they're science journalists. So their job is a lot of them have medical training. So this woman, Apurva Mandavali, works for the New York Times. I know Joe Goldstein, I know his New York Times reporters. They got people calling me for that Wall Street Journal article. They're really good at getting their names. There's some artists at Politico, Washington Post, a guy named Dan Diamond. I know these reporters. They have my number. They call me from time to time.
It's good to have friends. So now that you've you've met Varma's.
I think that's about all we need from Crowder there. But thank you so much to Pulled Begroin for telling me when to skip to, and then kind of give me the heads up on that. I'm pretty sure I watched this the other day. I just wasn't paying attention. That I was listening more than watching, so I heard some of this. And like I said, I think pretty much I covered his 5 minutes of in my brief little snip there. So let's go ahead and shrink that back down. Varma is a piece of garbage, but he's literally was detailing it. He was detailing what they do. He was detailing how they manipulate the programs, how they manipulate the people, how they manipulate the media to get you scared shitless, and you will beg for their new shiny pill. You will beg for it, and you will feel comforted and calmed by the ads they put on TV, with everybody looking happy while they're talking about the side effects, anal seepage and whatnot. Death, one of the main side effects of some of these things. Big Pharma is, honestly, they should be prosecuted for crimes against humanity. They should be. But they're not going to be, because they're a money cow. They're a cash cow. And that's just how it is. Until enough people say, fuck it. And looks like people in New York actually did. Actually had Democrats saying thank you to Mugclub and Louder with Crowder for exposing this garbage. Now, don't make Varma the sacrificial lamb. They're going to try to pin it all on him. Go to the people above him. Don't stop there. Crowder, too. Hopefully he's got his tendrils. They've got Mugclub Undercover's tendrils, MCU. Hopefully they've got the tendrils going up to the top. No, Miss Minnie Mel was talking about the Indian guy, Varma, not Crowder. Big Pharma is poison, though. Gene Montano. But yeah, that's just, what a bastard. What a dirty bastard. Oh. Speaking of someone who's not a dirty bastard, let's go ahead and roll into our Massie Minute of the stream. And then we'll have our brief little clip of interesting sciencey stuff. Let me find my bookmarks again, because I put Massie in my bookmarks. Actually, I put him in here twice. So we're probably going to watch 2 little clips from Massie, because Massie is he is what we need in government. If we're going to have government representatives, if we're going to have elected officials, they need to be like Thomas Massie. I think if we had more people like Massie, we'd have a better country. That's just my opinion. First thing that we're going to play is a little 4-minute clip of the Inspector General Horowitz in front of the committee, the House committee, about Certification Day 2021, or J6, as those who would try to hypnotize the masses would call it. Literally, I watched an interview at a town hall type of setup, panel setup, where they said, "When you hear J6, what do you feel?" Because it's part of the process, guys. That's part of why I try to catch myself and say Certification Day 2021, because I don't want to be a part of that hypnosis, a part of the attempts to elicit emotional attachment to a term. When you hear 9/11, it inspires an emotional response. That's what they want from J6 or Jan 6th. January 6th. It's like the freaking Family Guy thing with Lois. 9/11. Terrorism bad. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, his eyes got a little bigger each time he said monkeypox. Oh yeah, Massie's brilliant. So here is a clip from Massie about January 6th investigations that have been going on for almost 4 years, guys. Almost 4 years.
General Horowitz, over the past 3 years, I've questioned FBI Director Wray and Attorney General Merrick Garland about the federal assets, such as confidential human sources that were present on January 6th at the Capitol. And they have continuously stonewalled me. We've got no answers whatsoever about this from them. Now, you announced that you were going to do a review of the DOJ response and preparation, mainly preparation, I think, for January 6th. When did you start that review? When did you announce that review?
We announced it in 2021, but we ended up pausing it because of the ongoing criminal cases consistent with how we perform our work. We reinitiated it last year, and I'm in the process of reviewing a draft of the report.
So 3.5 years ago, it was announced that you'd be doing this review, and we still don't have the review, do we?
No, as I said, the reason is we paused the review because of the ongoing criminal work that would, consistent with our practice, we don't interfere with ongoing criminal investigations.
So, but now that you've restarted it, do you have evidence of the number of confidential human sources that were operating on the Capitol grounds on January 6th?
Our report will include the information in that regard.
Can you tell us today how many there were? Were there more than 100?
I'm not in a position to say that, both because it's in draft form and we have not gone through the classification review. And so I need to be careful on what I say.
So we're 4 years in. The reason to do these reports, I think, is so we don't make this, if there were any mistakes, not to make the same mistakes again. But we are just weeks away from the inauguration. We're 4 years, almost 4 years into this report. When is it going to be released?
It's certainly my hope and expectation, although I don't control this entirely because it has to go through a classification review, but certainly in the next couple of months is my hope.
Do you think, is there any consideration for the election about the release of this report? Would you delay it in order to not release it right before the election?
At this point, given the process that has to play out in terms of classification review and all of that, I'm not making any, I don't have to make any judgment about that. We're still, that still has to go on. Just to give you a sense of it, when I did the Pfizer.
You're saying it's not even going to be done in time for before the election?
It doesn't, I doubt it would be done in time for the election.
Is it going to be done before the inauguration?
That is certainly my hope. And
it's your hope. We're 4 years into it, and we know what we do know is you're going to expose that there were confidential human sources at the Capitol. Can you tell us today how many went into the Capitol?
I'll have that information in the report. I'm not able to speak to information in there, both because it's in draft and we get a response from the department and the FBI, okay, but also because I don't know yet what's classified and not classified.
So if they broke the law, if they went into the Capitol, which we pretty much know there were confidential human sources who went into the Capitol and right there alongside of everybody else. Wouldn't they need to follow DOJ CHS protocols? And do you know if those were followed?
They should follow CHS protocols. And again, we'll include that information in the report.
Do you know how many were reimbursed for travel?
As I sit here, I don't recall the number.
But I
wouldn't
recall, or you won't tell us.
Well,
There's a number.
And if I did know it, I wouldn't be in a position to tell you because we still have to go through.
We're 4 years
actual
into this. You're supposed to be the organization that goes and gets these answers when the FBI and the DOJ stonewall Congress. But I feel like, we're 4 years into this. We're not even going to get this information you're telling us now before the election, and maybe not even before the next inauguration. How would we make any corrections or without that information?
Yep. Yeah. That was a masterful demonstration of how to get somebody to admit to something without necessarily admitting to something. A little bit of a leading there. So we know that there were this many present. So how many present? How, was their pay? How was their travel paid for? Do we have an accounting of this? And then the guy was just responding. Bravo. The Massie Minute. He keeps it up like this, and we're just going to have Massie Minute after Massie Minute. Damn it. That was 4 minutes. But that was good. Yeah, he was about as responsive as Cheeto was. He was a little bit more, though, because Cheeto was the Secret Service head before Roe took over, right, Miss Minimo? He gave more than Cheeto did, I would say. God, the slopey roofs, guys, the slopey roof. All right, let's find our site.
That's hilarious. What? That's hilarious. What?
America.
That's hilarious.
It's missing the final great part? Dang. Well, oh well. We got a lot of it. We got a lot of the substance there, so Roe is asso. I agree. He's the one who's talking about inspiring another war. Did you guys see this? Hey, guys, they're just like us. They're just like us, guys. The dignity of that nation.
Respect for its dignity. Respect for its dignity.
They're just like Americans. Not like a third world shithole country where they literally don't know how to drink from a fucking cup and he's trying to drink from the pitcher. And I don't know if he just missed or he didn't understand. I honest, is that bad that was my thought? It looks like he doesn't know how to fucking drink from a glass. Massie questioned him on the recipients of travel expenses. Yeah, he kind of mentioned that there at the end. And he said he would have it, the accounting, they would have the accounting in the report there, pulled McGroin. Lizard person, I would say just a person that is from a country that is not advanced. If we're talking about this Haitian thing. I'm not sure if you're talking about that or the stuff from the... Oh, man, it's getting bad there in Florida. Damn. If you guys are down there, please be careful. Please be safe. Send in prayers to you guys. If you guys pray or send good vibes, whatever you want to do to the people down there, because it looks like it's getting bad. All right. We had another mess. You guys want another minute of Massie? Let's get another minute of Massie. I don't know who this guy is at the start, but let's get another minute of Massie. A Massie minute.
Can't make this up.
So, Congress has paid over $17 million in hush money for sexual misconduct inside of the offices in these buildings. And what's more is that was taxpayer money, right? The allegation is that President Trump paid $130,000 of his own money. But here in Congress, there may be some on this dais. I mean, I'm for turning loose all of these records. Who in here has had the taxpayer pay?
They're going to try to take Massie out. He doesn't give a fuck. ever since, you know, rest in peace to his wife, ever since, it seems like ever since she passed, he's been going hard.
For their sexual misconduct charges, the hush money. I bet there's some over there. There may be some over here. I don't know, but I do know it's taxpayer money. And I do know not a single penny of it has been turned in as a campaign finance expense. Is the FEC going to investigate the $17 million that the Congress has paid to settle, you know, behind closed doors, these sexual misconduct allegations?
Get him, Massie. Get him. Calling him out. We're calling him out with the Massie Minute, guys. Just don't send puffy vibes. Don't send puffy vibes. Never, never. All that lube, guys. All that lube. And people were still getting injured. It takes effort. It takes effort and maliciousness. Let's find our last story. It's actually, I just need to scroll back down. I don't know why I was scrolling up. Where did it go? There it is. Yes. We have a 3-minute clip here. So we've covered right above our Ricada clip. So let's go ahead and talk about what we've covered tonight. We talked about Infowars getting liquidated, all the bullshit that's associated with that. So it's an attack on free speech. Insane. One could argue a cruel and unusual punishment with that $1.5 billion settlement or liability payment due. We moved into the Russian nuclear escalation. Had a little clip from Jones, talked about that. They eventually, if they shoot our missiles into Russia, it's probably on. It's on like Donkey Kong, as some might say. We then talked about Eric Adams and his corruption and the issues associated with that and the selective prosecution and the timing of the prosecution, because we have to look at the motivations of the Harris administration. The fact that it happened started getting investigated shortly after he mentioned that he had issues with illegal immigration is highly suspect, in my opinion. We went on to the Mugclub Undercover clip of VarmaGate. And real quick, actually, let's stop sharing my screen. Real quick, we're going to find somebody to raid before we do our last clip here. Because I want, let's see who's live on Rumble. And I'm going to initiate a raid, which means I'm going to have to open up my chat. So who do we have live right now that we want to raid? Let me see. Who do we have? We've got a raid. Let's do Late Night with Adonis Paul. You guys ever watched him? I don't know if I want to do D-Day Cobra. Oh wait, we could do Big Dig Energy. Yeah. Let's do Some Bitch I Know. We'll raid her. I think she's live right now. Oh. Yeah. I think they're live. I see 192 people watching. They've been on for 3 hours. We're going to raid Some Bitch I Know. Big Dig Energy. Let me copy that. Got to go to my stream now. Content here. And just bear with me for a moment. If you guys go check out Some Bitch I Know, we're sending a raid over to them. And it's forward. Oh, God. It's Dozer Denception. Let me see if I can make this work. Make it work, make it work. Raid. And then there we go. Got a confirm raid. And we have raided Big Dig Energy. So that should be in the comments. I think I did it right. Let me see really quick. Ah, yes. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Have a good meeting in the morning. Hope it goes your way. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, actually had a really good in-person meeting last week, but let me pull up. We've got one more clip here, a little fun science-y topic here at the end. So I'm going to pull this up, and we are going to watch a brief little bit about plasmoids, guys. Plasmoids, potential energy beings. Really fascinating stuff. I thought it was interesting. If you don't, well, that's okay. This is my little clip here at the end that is completely separate from all the bullshit, all the dark shit that we could talk about all stream. We talked a lot about a nonsense today. We talked about possible nuclear Armageddon. Let's take a minute, a brief 3 minutes, to reflect on something that could possibly be going on. We could have another entity, another intelligent intelligent life that is present around us that we don't even know about, that is made up of the fourth state of matter. Let's talk about plasmoids, if you want to.
Okay, guys, I'm about to blow your mind. If you
Blow
follow
it.
along on my page, you might not know that I am a huge science nerd. And I recently came across this study that was done about plasma. I'm not talking about bodily plasma. I'm talking about the fourth state of matter. We have solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. Plasma is just an ionized state of gas that has positively charged ions, negatively charged electrons. If you have no idea what I just said, think lightning, think stars. The sun is made of plasma. So anyways, recently they came across plasma bubbles hanging around over top of the pyramids of Giza. Kind of like so. So they did a deep dive case study on plasma. When I say they, I'm talking about them. And I'm going to break it down for you and tell you what they found. First off, can we note by saying that they are referring to them as plasmoids? Why would they refer to them as plasmoids? When I started reading it, I was like thinking the same thing. Why are we calling them plasmoids? They're calling them plasmoids because they're saying that they have intelligence and that they're conscious, intelligent, conscious beings, plasma. Right here, they say based on factual evidence that some plasmoids may be sentient and conscious of their surroundings and engage in purposeful interactions. Long story short, this is like an 80-page case study, and it basically says that they torment spacecraft and aircraft, specifically the ISS and astronauts, spacecraft in general. They will form around them. They'll buddy up with each other and mess with the astronauts at the windows. It's crazy. A little further down on this page, it says that they engage in complex behaviors and what could be construed as curiosity and evidence of intelligence. And like I just said, astronauts reported that glowing like plasma entities have appeared outside the shuttle windows, often traveling from window to window as if looking inside. They're being accused of surveillance, mimicry, and toying with and harassing the aircrafts. Here's kind of some photos of that. Right here is the ISS, and the little balls all around them are plasma. In this study, they're also saying that UFOs pretty much are plasmoids. Something else noteworthy is that they're saying that they may have incorporated all
You're welcome and happy fapping, Gene Bondano.
the necessary elements for the synthesis of RNA leading to DNA and thus life. Basically saying that DNA exists because plasma exists. If you've made it this far, you're probably like, what's your point? What are we getting at? Plasma's intelligent, so what? I want to talk about this. When you look at the electrical discharge formation of plasma in a laboratory, this is what it looks like. Everything else here is ancient cave drawings. Just take a moment and look at it. Just look. This is the point I'm getting.
This is actually freaking amazing. This is amazing right here, okay? This is amazing. Look at all those cave drawings. The plasmoids apparently look like the thing on the left, and then they showed up in cave drawings. I'm just saying. Nancy Pelosi is a plasmoid. Ah, the titties. Looks like an angry face.
At. What did they know that we don't currently know? These are drawings from all over the world. Look at these places. And they were all worshiping the same thing. Plasma. I don't know, it kind of makes me wonder. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, so what happens to your soul when you die? Are we all just plasma? Let me know what you think. To me, this is like literally breaking news in science and honestly ancient history too. It changes a lot. And if any of my mom friends on TikTok actually like this kind of content, let me know and I'll do a part 2 because I could talk about this all day.
Just saying, that was cool. I think that was really interesting. That's just me. That is just me. It actually made me think of an old movie, Titan AE. If you guys haven't seen Titan AE, one of the antagonists is a race of beings that is made up of energy. And that right there, them showing that made me think of the cover from Titan AE with the plasma beings. So that's just where my head went. Oh, you agree? Cool. Yeah, it's a cool. It's a great movie, by the way. Titan AE and Treasure Island. I always ended up confusing those two for some reason when I was younger. Just I guess because of bad memory, whatever. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for making this another great installment of the Dozer Den. If you guys could go ahead, smash that like button, leave a comment in the comment section, subscribe to the channel if you have the means, $5 a month. If you are so inclined, you get awesome subscriber tier only emotes. And, you get your name and comments highlighted in a beautiful MAGA red. So there you go. There's some emotes. I like it. I pay more attention when I strike a plasma ball in my lab. 5,000 volts and a partial atmosphere with argon gas. You definitely, if you've got a lab, are you a mad scientist, Big Ass Life? What? I'll have to pay more attention when I strike a plasma ball in my lab. 5,000 volts and a partial atmosphere with argon gas. Mad scientist in the chat, guys. Mad scientist in the chat. Very interesting. Very interesting. But I thought that was fun. But anyways, guys, it is past 3 hours. I was a dirty, rotten liar yet again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go over and check out Some Bitch I Know. Cool stuff over there. She has weaponized autism. I'll say that. Weaponized autism as far as her archival skills go. And she's just a cool person. So go check her out. Give her a follow. Like her stuff. All the good things. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will see you guys next Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Central. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good night.